Donnie Kite's going to get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
GC Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When it comes to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, tradition is key. If you want to be able to kiss the bricks, you have to survive 400 miles. Tonight, the Mystic Racing League gets all set for one of its crown jewel events in the rush to get to the chase. Tonight, the Slim Chickens Cup Series is getting all set to go for this evening's coverage of the Brickyard 400 here on VSPEED. Happy to have you with us for tonight's coverage. I'm Justin Prince, alongside me is Morgan Cook. Dougie Beard, the camera provider for tonight's festivities, as we are getting all set for what is a jam-packed field here at Indy. There's money on the line, there's points on the line, and there's plenty of super subs looking to impress tonight, Morgan.
Yeah, this is a stacked field, and we're going to be in for a treat here this evening. Without further ado, let's go meet your drivers. Grid coming at you.
Yes, indeed. Let's take a look at how they look tonight. One of the favorites, you have to expect it if you followed along with the series. There's a former eNASCAR driver that's been running consistently over the past few months. That's Ashton Crowder. Landon Kelly starts in second tonight. Then you're going to have to keep an eye on one of the drivers that can provide some pressure. This is a 3-car of Latham Joyner on sub tonight. Expect them to be fast alongside one of the regulars in Clayton Good. There's an error sub in the field tonight. This is the 1-car of Brody Barinko. Then it's Anthony Murillo Jr. amongst those in the top 6. Beckett Brown, he's been good since he originally started as a sub, then going on the full campaign. Another driver making an appearance tonight is Wesley Burke in the 82 car. Jordan Brinkley makes an appearance tonight in the 11. He'll start next to Zachary Kane in your top 10.
Starting 11th tonight, Isaac Wilson coming back to the series in the 93. Trevor Yates will start 12th in the 71. 13th on the grid this evening will be Dustin Lewis in the 8 with Gavin Hinson his outside for row number 7. 15th for Zachary Mertz in the 02. Jack Fiftner will start 16th. 17th spot for Evan Gwithmet, and 18th for Noah Hubbard. Christian Barnes will start 19th, and McCoy Benke rounds out your top 20.
21st goes the way of the return of Michael Wade, making an appearance in the field tonight next to Tyrell Foster, who runs the 09 car. Dominic Rossi starting 23rd. River Hayes, well down the order than you expect him, in 24th tonight. Brad Collier in 25th. Grayson Massey will start in 26th. Missed the starting grid, though. 27, John Ullman with Cameron Goebel down in the 28th spot. Chris Taylor makes an air appearance in this series, and Harold Tucker is down in 30th.
Jacob Cochran 31st with Reggie Kime starting 32nd. 33rd for Elijah Maupin, with 34th being Chandler Slayton in the 03. James Sturdivant will start in 35th. Dave Billings in the 36th spot. 37th for Corey Powell. Jonathan Gasheri starts in 38th in your 40-car field, rounded out by Joshua Gillen and Alex Young. Zachary King, Michael Daly, Devin Lyons. Drivers did not make the field here tonight.
Look top to bottom at the order tonight. Harold Tucker, third amongst those who will go for the EOL. We had a tech issue for Massey. He will also start at the back of the field. We're coming straight to the green for what is a 3-stage race. 5,100 and then the end of 160 like in real life. Then the fuel run's expected to go about 39-40 laps, give or take, at the very top end on the tanks. 9 tire sets available. There are a lot of people who contend here. It's going to be hard to pass, though, is the main thing people have noted this week.
Yeah, this will be a race of strategy. If you can get there, and patience. Don't push too hard. Don't find yourself in trouble, because you probably won't get an opportunity to get it back.
The winner of this event gets $100 here tonight, $50 for second. Third place gets $30. 3 random finishers get $10 back for those who put in entry fees. The field is all set. We're underway for the Brickyard 400 at Indy. Look at Landon Kelly, just took the race lead on the high side. Crowder falling back to second. And yet again, when Barney throws the green, the outside seems to get a better run to start, Morgan.
Yeah, just having that better arc into one. Caution out already. Zach White, Dave Billings involved.
They were battling around 33rd position to start the night. And keep an eye on the 77 out of 1.
And there's the 14 of Billings right in front of Zach White. 3 wide, and I don't really know what made the 77 shoot hard right like that, but he got Billings, that's for sure.
I think he got loose, it almost looked like, because I think he tried to slow up to get around Billings, and the car just weight shifted.
Get a better shot of it right here. This is on the shoulder of Zach White. It's almost like he hit the brakes.
Yeah, that's a weird one. It looked like it turned right into the slot. I don't know why. And Zach White's already amongst those with damage. Again, no fast repairs here in the Slim Chickens Cup Series. So damage at least to the 77. I believe Dave Billings actually didn't get any cosmetic. But here's the thing about this racetrack I think we could talk about. We've seen this on Friday with the NIS Brickyard 400. We've seen this last night in FLCC on an air network. We could see this here tonight. You hit something hard, especially the wall, you could still get suspension or chassis damage that can massively hurt your steering and or slow you down, Morgan.
I mean, this is such a racetrack of finesse. Maybe more so than anywhere else we go. It's about being precise and just letting the car kind of do what it wants to do. If you have any kind of, especially right front suspension damage where your toe's knocked out, the tires aren't pointed exactly where you want them to be, it will severely impact tire wear for one, And secondly, just speed throughout these very flat 4 distinct corners we have at Indianapolis. That suspension damage, that could be a very, very long day for drivers, especially happening on lap number 1.
Yep, and so they'll pace around here in this one. A couple drivers did go up 5 of note to start. That includes drivers like Goebel as well as Giacherri. We do have drivers topping off on fuel mileage, though. So they try and stretch the run a little bit just in case in the stage. For those who want to keep an eye on the potential fuel save, if you save a lap or two, you can maybe go 41, 42 with 100% fuel tanks, which we do have available tonight. So you can stretch the run out, but it's going to require a lot of dedication if you want to try and get the track position to then start stage 2.
Yeah, there are a number of games to play here, JP, when it comes to strategy and getting ahead of your competition. Chief among those, though, is just trying to have a fast car here tonight. We're all on the same setup. There's no variance in how drivers or what they have underneath them tonight. It is very much just onto the driver, and they have to figure out a way to make not only their strategy work, but maybe make a few passes here while you have the opportunity to, or else it's going to be a long road to hoe to be able to get any spots done here tonight.
So with that in mind here, still very early on in the discussion in terms of what we can do in terms of game plan here for the strategy overall wise. Some of these drivers, though, going to have to think quite simply. Can they stay out of trouble? Can they get themselves to the front? We've talked about this a little bit. It's pretty difficult to get track position long term. It can take a lot of effort, unless you are Superman or Sean Conklin, apparently, to go from the back to the front.
I mean, even if you want to talk about Sean Conklin last night, it still took him 80 laps to go from the back to the front. I mean, that's half the race.
Yeah, and that's referring to an Arac series we were talking about where, remember, he filled in this series.
He did.
Looking to have fun
last
in
week.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't make that appearance here tonight as you see everyone making the choose. Pretty straightforward on the lane choice. Majority of the field should be at the bottom of the circuit when we're running green, though. A couple have made the second line work for passes, but most of the field has made it clear. There's so much dirty aero effect around here, you could potentially heat up that right front tire and really get tight. And a lot of competitors are going to have to battle that tonight. Maybe get a little bit lower in the corners to try and get that left headlight out, try and help out with the aero effect if they even can.
Yeah, I do think the bottom's going to be the place to be. The top, I would use, if you're in the top 2 rows, have the ability to launch off the top side, maybe get a spot there. But otherwise, further back, you're really just, your goal is to get to the bottom as quickly as you can, because you don't really know what the people around you are going to do, if they're going to slide up the racetrack, if they're going to squeeze you into the fence or whatever have you. Just to save yourself, the bottom is probably the best place to be, at least for the first half of this race.
So again, we're racing lap 54, stage number 1, and the drivers will score points for the respective owner cars as well as chance for the championship. Keep in mind, we haven't touched upon the cut line yet. That's because right now it's actually very secure, technically speaking, Morgan. Reggie Kime's got a big cushion coming into tonight of nearly 50 points over the next driver that's here tonight.
Yeah, the cut line is it's starting to really come into shape here. The only driver outside looking in who really, I think, has a good shot at is Anthony Marino Jr. We'll look at those points when we get back to a green flag run here, but he's only about 80 out, and he's definitely got enough speed to get those 80 points in the next couple races. Oh, we got drivers wrecking here.
Oh, some of the drivers we're just touching upon. Elijah Maupin amongst those who stepped out there. Back under green. Crowder already trying to get second back over good. And now let's see if they all make sure there's no problems here as they all make their way through 1 and 2 clean this time. Good just said he got loose, a little bit more bobbles. Everybody having issues to get started. Good getting freight train.
Yeah, Good got loose out of 2, and Everyone just went straight to the left, down to the bottom of the racetrack. Now he's outside, 3 wide. They're dooring each other beneath them. This is sketchy.
Yeah, they got to be careful. Mertz just indicated on the radio they were having issues. A couple of the others trying to charge. That includes the 11 that for some reason doesn't have any grill decals, and Brinkley trying to find a way forward. First lap completed with full pace. Landon Kelly still leads up at the front. Good with that poor start. With significant damages, just trying to hold on to 10th.
Yeah, he made a mistake out of 2 a lap ago, and it's continuing to cost him. Such a momentum racetrack that a lot of drivers at the wall. Oh, there goes the 29 off down into the dirt.
Here we go again. McCoy Benke around. Caution is out.
I think a few other drivers got involved in well. The 68 has gone for a ride.
Yeah, they're still stacking up.
All right.
Yeah, that is Guillemette who's around. You have Tucker stuck in the grass. We had at least 2 to 3 pileups at the same time.
Oh, yeah, 29 got the air pack behind him. And then the car that did the air packing is one that ended up getting turned again. A lot of drivers meatball flags. Christian Barnes, Alex Young, and the 68, who I think was actually the one who, well, yeah, was right behind him. Wow, this is a big moment here in this race. Watch that white car. It's right to the back bumper, gets the 29 loose, and gives him the final shot, and then right there, turned into the fence.
Yeah, and that actually gets a little bit of a kiss from, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, just nailed him.
Christian
Alex
Barnes
Young
got decimated too in that.
Yeah, the 27 is done for the day with that one, but the 17, I have no idea what was going on there. Let's check it out one more time. Right on board with Young. There's the car spun in the grass. I mean, he throttled up into the smoke. I don't really know what more you can say about that. Here we're talking the third spin trying to go around the smoke. Pretty heavy damage on that car. One more time here with Barnes, but he received this as if it was a full shot.
Yeah, Christian Barnes was not happy on the radio, let's put it that way, after tries to get around.
I mean, at the same time, he also throttled up into the smoke.
That you can definitely say.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't help with the contact putting it directly forward, but he might still make contact.
That's right. Yeah, just obviously a super frustrating situation for drivers this early in the race to be out for the day. But, I mean, that was the initial contact. While unfortunate, I don't know if it was that avoidable. A little bit of a bobble off the bottom for the 29, got himself loose and spun. I think he's going to be okay, actually. I think the 29 McCoy Benke will be all right. Yeah, that car's still rolling. Unfortunately, the other drivers around him are not quite going to fare out the same way, and a lot of that, I think, is just because of impatience and not really knowing if the caution is going to come out or not. I think it came out pretty late once that 29 was already down and rested against the inside wall.
So all this has now seen, as a result of everything, at least half the field pitting once here. And that incident, out of those who did take the green flag today, still sees at least 9-10 drivers with significant repairs being done on the machines. We did have 4 miss the start who qualified, including Chandler Slayton, James Sturdivant, Michael Daly, and Devin Lyons. But everybody else, you're talking about a potential long day from here on out for these competitors. So the first drivers up at the front of the field still are Kelly, Crowder, Joyner, Marinko, Brown, Marino Jr., Burke, Brinkley, Hinson, and Yates. And remember, there's a chance we might see a wild card win this, not just the 44 machine. Because remember, last year, the Crown Jewels, as well as the All-Star race, usually the part-timers came up on top in a racetrack like this, Morgan.
That's right. I believe Jacob Cochran won this race last year in kind of a surprise strategy win. for that driver. So, and we saw, obviously, I mean, I continue to allude to it, another part-timer won Daytona later in the season. I think a part-timer won Bristol after that. I don't remember Darlington. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. A lot of maybe not regulars won races last year on these bigger races. And I haven't really seen that this year, though. I mean, the 500 was won by Robertson. I don't remember who. Oh, Crowder won Charlotte. Yeah, and we'll see who gets the job done tonight.
Yeah, you see as drivers continue to choose here, it's going to get interesting how things fare out. I think for maybe one of the drivers making an appearance tonight, keep an eye on that one machine who's ran a few leagues on the iRacing service. One of those also trying to move up into the short track racing ranks, if you follow along with the LinkedIns, if you will. Has been racing seriously for about 5-6 years now. One of those running a Toyota Camry tonight that has been able to stay out of trouble, qualified up front, looking to stay up here.
Well, we have a moment. Let's have a look at those points we alluded to earlier. The cut line, as you were talking about, Reggie Kime, Aaron Baum, 22 up for Kime. Baum hasn't been here for quite a while, but Anthony Marino Jr., he very well could sneak in and take either White or Kime's spot if he's not careful. And even Crowder is in a reasonable spot to go get these points with, I think, 3 races left.
The big thing is, though, remember, Crowder mentioned this a few weeks ago in one of the broadcasts we had in terms of the various MRL series. He may be not able to make many more races after the month of August starts because of class.
Yeah, once he gets back to a semester starting for school, he may miss more races. Regardless, he still could get in within the next 3 weeks or so.
It depends on what he wants to do. Sounded like the best chance for a full-time run for the Chase, at least, where he's already in, is the Caswell Glass Company Series.
Right.
But the drivers are battling their way here at the Brickyard still. We're not at the conclusion of lap 10 yet. We just started it. Alrighty, look at how aggressive Beckett Brown got. He just about shoved Joyner out of the way, got around Crowder 3 wide. He's in the wall already.
Yeah, I don't know if drivers realize how long this race is. We've already seen some surprising, I think, racing considering the length of this event.
Yeah, Joyner was not happy on the radio.
Oh, I bet not.
So Joyner, who is a pretty strong driver in the officials at least, getting pushed around but is up to second with that start. That put Crowder on the short run already down to about 7th, 8th position. Not where I think he expected to go off of that start. He's getting passed by Burke now.
Yeah, still a long run ahead of us here. I mean, remember, we could go almost 40 laps without cautions. With those 2 cautions, probably pushing 45. We might even be able, if you've hit already, you can probably make it to the end of the stage now, or at least get close to it. So these 17 drivers who stayed out, they're probably hoping for another yellow to get to the end of the stage.
Yeah, that's gotta be the hope for a lot of those drivers. Hope for that you're not the caution, obviously. It helps you with the fuel mileage if you're already taking the stop, or at least a couple of the top offs. That being said here, as some of the drivers line up here, Gavin Henson, remember, was also pretty strong last year in this event. That 39, riding in the 10th position, looking to build up the run. Look at how that run died, though, off the exit.
Oh, spin behind him. John Ullman's around.
Here we go again.
Oh, right in front of, oh my goodness. We have a track blocker on the front stretch. Oh my goodness. Pfiffner's in it. King's in it. The 7's in it. I can't tell who that car, Wilson. That car's done for the day. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Unreal.
Boy. King got contact heavily. A lot of people in this for the caution flag. And what else can he say? 34 trying to battle for position. Then several of the drivers trying to dodge, hit the wall.
Now let's try that one more time here. So it's
By the way,
trying to clear, can't tell who that is, the 06?
That is Goebel.
Goebel, trying to pass Goebel. He throttles up in the center and is just not clear on the exit. Like, that's not even close. And then Pfiffner hit him and back in front of traffic. And Cochran's in it as well. We got a big piece. I think Good's all right. I mean, that's a massive hit.
Yeah, that is destruction at its finest. Yeah, you can argue the 18 may have not gone flush to the wall.
Even
but
still, though. Let's, this would be a pretty good view of it, I think. A little further back here. Like, let's just see how you can't see the rear bumper of Ullman off the right side of this car, where it says Ford Performance. Like, there was just no way that was going to work.
Yeah. You've
Like,
got to
there's
have...
Ullman. Like, he's not even past the rear tire. And he tried to clear up. And then there's Pfiffner, and that was really where it was the biggest hit, was with Pfiffner. And then from there, I mean, got Rossi, got Wilson, King got involved later, Cochran got involved as well. Let's try it up Orth, the 88, who has had a rough month racing. See how fast this happened for him.
Munsell's on the tow truck, believe.
It happened a ways ahead. Yeah, there's nowhere to go. And that, yeah, you can see that left front, or right, yeah, the left front is not pointed in the right direction. Man.
A lot of contenders, a lot of destroyed, and
right.
we're not even 15 laps into the action. We're not even halfway through stage one, and we have already at least potentially 5-6 cars out of this race. So what would you be telling the drivers with how wild this has gotten so far tonight?
Nothing.
Okay.
As race control, the worst thing you can possibly do is tell drivers you're not doing a good job. You want to make a driver see red instantly? Get in their ear and tell them they suck.
I didn't mean it like that.
But I mean, there's nothing you can do, right? I mean, it is very much up to the drivers to figure this out, and you can't change things mid-event to make it better. There's nothing you could change anyway. You just kind of have what you have right now, and this is a self-policing problem because you've got no fast repair. If you force it 3 wide and you wreck the field, well, you're eventually going to run out of cars, and eventually that's just how the race is going to end. We've already lost. You mentioned there's 4 or 5 out of the race already. 6 out of the race already. Ullman likely will be joining them pretty soon. Rossi has some pretty big damage, although he is still rolling. I think King got pretty massive damage, so that's 8. You know, a lot of drivers have really taken some pretty big licks here to start this thing out. We're running out of cars, and running out of cars will, you know, lessen crashes because there's less drivers to crash. So,
yeah,
self-policing issue.
That in mind,
hate to say it that way, but it kind of is what it is.
That was kind of what I was thinking along the lines too, because the way things can go. Because once you get around a certain threshold, you'll start to see the longer runs, depending on if there's attrition. There is one driver that's probably smiling and saying, "Go ahead, give me more free real estate." It's Jonathan Giaccheri, who's gone from about 38th up to 14th already, actually to 12th.
Yeah, biggest mover of the race for the. It says Kyle Busch on the nameplate. That is not obviously who is driving that car. The 54, the green roof that you see right there, around that M&M crispy car from the 2015 championship season.
So race control is giving stern messages to make sure to focus on trying to keep it green. Keep in mind, up at the front, it's Kelly and Joyner. Looks like Kelly will try the outside. We'll see how that factors in, though. Remember how the 45 wanted to battle immediately. Marino Jr. in that 48 car. Looking for a good start also in the top 4. Marenko versus Brickley. You also have Burke versus Yates. And then Crowder is in the top 10, still with Foster alongside. iRacing pace car is coming off the corner. We'll try this again, starting off on lap 15. We still have plenty of time to go in the stage. technically speaking, you can make it on gas from here if you were to pit. We're back underway. The outside, as expected, gets the jump with Brown to second.
Yeah, that was an excellent launch for both of the outside drivers. The front two easily able to clear.
You still see how they're all making their way through the corner pretty swiftly. Brickley amongst those going. Brinkley able to clear into the top 4. It's in the 11 machine for Jordan. Continuing to plug away on the spots here in that Toyota. Looking pretty quick here on the short run.
Yeah, he's got that 1 lap pace sorted. See if he can maybe get the 3rd position away as well from the 03. Marino Jr. peeks to the outside. Can he get there? Gets closed off. No, he can't. Maybe going to try to run to the inside now. For the American flag hooded, Not Typical Designs number 48. No run to be made to the bottom.
You see a couple of the drivers at least cutting through the grass, actually trying to get so low to make sure they get clean air right now. But all these front runners going near bumper to bumper here. Make sure they don't push up the corner. You see some of those further back in the order. That's with the checkup with Chris Taylor. That move made by Michael Wade to get around Braden Hinson with.
Yeah, there's a knot of cars back here just outside the top 15. Moppin really trying to go places. He got wicked tight behind the 21 driver, way out of the groove. Is that Corey Powell? I think it is Corey Powell. Found himself 3 lanes too high on the racetrack. Minimal wall contact. 92 continues to roll. I'm surprised, JP, how not single file in uniform this field's been so far.
Yeah, it's been to where a couple drivers are searching around for different lines, I think, potentially speaking here. But for the most part, the bottom is still the dominant line to start. It's just a matter of everybody's trying to battle the tightness still in this situation.
Marino Jr. again trying to make the move on Brinkley. He will get the positioning. Can he get the spot away? Yes, Brinkley's going to give it up. Middle of the corner. 48 almost smacked the fence on the exit as well. Move Marino Jr. up to 4th spot.
Yep, you see how some of the drivers continue to battle in the back of the field. There's the 8 machine, Dustin Lewis, making an appearance again here tonight. He's had some solid runs off and on this year, but that Black Diamond Enterprises machine looking to dig to get around Taylor, who is continuing to plummet.
The 21, although still up 12 positions, has certainly not gone the right direction on the run itself. Another side-by-side. This time for 6th, about to be one for 3rd as well, as Marino Jr. is on a mission. Oh, 3 wide for 2nd. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
Wow. Oh, he almost got jumped. Holy cow. The 48 just about got turned off of Joyner's nose.
Talk about a welcome to the MRL. Joyner's getting bullied out of the way on half these times here.
I mean, I just don't understand what the hurry is. I mean, you're going to see all these drivers again as Corey Powell's on pit road. I just don't know why you would put people in such bad situations. We're not even lap 20 of 160. I haven't halfway through the first stage yet. And we've already got these two in 2nd and 3rd knocking people out of the way.
Yeah, this is not how you maybe expect it to go here. But it is interesting to watch so far. Marino Jr. getting tight. We pushed too much, trying to fall behind the 45. The one thing we noticed, if you followed along with the real-life race here earlier today, there was a threshold of about 3/10. You got within 3/10, you got very tight here, Morgan. We're seeing that right now.
We heard last night 7/10 was the bubble that drivers couldn't really seem to break. Although I've seen a lot more passing tonight than I did last night. And you probably did in NIS as well. Oh my goodness, big loose moment for Goebel. That car's out of control sideways right now. Hinson trying to get to the inside. They almost make contact. Up off the corner, they do make contact.
Still slamming. This again for 13th. The 18 not making friends. They have the wrong number on the car. That will be a points penalty for that machine regardless. But Hinson is just more focused just to get around him. There he goes.
Yeah, cleared by Noah Hubbard trying to make a spot as well. Remember, Hubbard ran exceptionally well at the IRP race. Both of them, really, earlier this week.
Yeah, keep in mind, Cameron Colby, if you look that name up, is somebody with real-life short track experience. He's made some runs at tracks like Sobo in real life, making some appearances here tonight in the MRL. He's been not afraid to trade some paint here, try and show that he can belong here. After all, he's driven. It says it on the back bumper.
I don't know why that car's so loose either. I haven't seen anybody else really slide. He is four-wheel sliding out of these corners. It's Brown and Reno Jr. fight for second. This is the battle for sixth between Wesley Burke and Trevor Yates, the two purple cars.
Yeah, a lot of people like purple cars, but they feel like they've been cursed in times.
Looks like the 10 car is the faster purple car at the moment. As Crowder starting to make his way back forward.
I think it's because
big
it's
loose moment.
Oh, got clear Burke.
That was close.
Was about to say, the reason Yates may have got the run there is he's got grape as the color, not purple. Purple.
Oh, there you go.
He's got Fago grape. I think I mispronounced the drink. It's a drink.
It is.
Yes.
I think it's Fuego.
Fuego.
Is that how it is? I don't know. There was a song. I don't remember. It was a while ago.
I know it's
like,
a drink.
I was 2020. I don't know. Dustin Lewis still trying to get around Goebel. Michael Wade in the picture now as well. This is the battle. Well, not really much of a battle, but 16th-ish.
Yep, still though. Compare that to some of the drivers up the road. Still seeing how things are going with Marenko trying to build up the run on Brinkley. That BHR machine still maintaining the top 5 early on in this one. We talked about him making a hard charge. I think he may have burned up his stuff now because he's starting to decline.
This is kind of the reality of when you have 2 or 3 really quick cautions and then you have a long run right after it, is drivers have their stuff burnt up because you get in the mindset of, oh, this is going to be a short run, sprint fest. So we're just going to have to keep pushing really hard on these runs. And, oh, caution will come out next lap, caution will come out next lap, caution will come out next lap. And all of a sudden you're 10 laps into a run and your tires are destroyed.
Yeah, now we're seeing that fall off for some of the drivers higher than, say, an open run. We're talking about already 1 second for a lot of drivers, 24 or so laps in, but some in the back are upwards of 1.3, 1.5 seconds off what some of the personal bests are from those in the field earlier on today. So a lot of people chewing up the Goodyear Eagles here. It's a good thing there's plenty of them for later on today.
Let's also remember that there is an outside chance a few drivers can make it to the end of the stage on fuel. The driver leading that group is this 02. He pit 16 laps ago with I think we've had 3 cautions at this point, right? 3 cautions already.
Yes.
So let's call that, an extra 6 laps of fuel, theoretically, kind of in that area. That gets him pretty darn close to 50. Now, the pace laps might be a little more difficult, but this 02 is one to watch. He might be able to steal a stage here.
And this could be interesting, absolutely, for him. And he is a driver we've seen pop up in real life, has been one of the drivers that's also got some commentary experience. One of those running in the Mertz Esports machine here tonight.
Oh, we got a heck of a battle in front of him, too.
Yep, that's going to feature Crowder again, contact to the rear. Crowder, though, in the third groove, still able to make the pass.
Got it.
Little bit slicey-dicey, if you will, with a little bit of contact hit again, Morgan.
I mean, it is so hard to pass here. And as the driver getting past, you can make life exceptionally hard for the driver passing you. Again, it's pretty early in the race to be, doing that to people. but to each their own.
That you can say absolutely here.
Well, we have a minute. Oh, that's a big hit for the 0-2 we just talked about. Mertes just pounded the turn 4 wall. Biggest mover of the race so far continues to be Jonathan Gasheri.
Yeah.
I believe it's pronounced Jacari.
Either way.
Oh, that is a sail into the corner. 66. Better be thankful the 18 was there, or else he was not going to make that turn 3.
Yep, apologies happened on the radio as you would expect after a bit of contact like that. So as a result, Goebel able to get away from Maupin. As we're already past halfway in the stage. You mentioned it's going to be interesting for Mertes in particular with the strategy situation, but it leads to question some of the drivers taking the difference of track position versus coming in and making sure they're going to gas. River Hayes, one of those for sure that's good here. That is in line. If they do stay green, they could potentially get top 10 in the stage. Yeah. And remember, there's a big thing too. In theory, all these drivers that would then stay, hearing something on the back straightaway.
Yeah, Josh McGillen has gone around.
Let's see what happened here. This 10 machine going for a ride.
Behind the wounded Zachary King, 51, right in front of Reggie Cott. And Zach White. Just looks like it went around. Yeah, just spun on him. Just loose. Did he actually spin it? Yes, he did go all the way around. Take a little pirouette there, a little 360 action. Nice driving by the 10.
With that drive, he's able to keep going right now. 10 machine. Still running 27th because there's only 29 on the lead lap. But
pretty impressive, though, that you can go for a full 360 and still not be the last car running on the racetrack.
Yeah. I was going to say, though, in the conversation of all this, Morgan, there's an important thing to think about. We were talking about this throughout the week. Depending on the runs, obviously, for those that would need to pit this stage under green, they would potentially gain some spots at the end of the stage for that pit stop sequence because they wouldn't need a full tank. Compared to those who stay out, they probably would need a full tank and lose the track position after picking up the stage points because 10 seconds to take tires, 12 to take fuel and tires fully.
Yeah, right about that. And I do think that there's a big slide for Goebel. Oh, he's going around again, the 18.
Locking it down. Is that going to be enough?
Oh, that's in front of traffic.
Yep, that's going to bring up the caution.
Well, it's all moot now because you can pit here, get to the end, no problem. Now, do we see drivers like Mertes, like Hinson, Hubbard, and Lewis, and Wade, and River Hayes, and a bunch of others, they stay out and gamble to the end? This is an interesting time for this.
Extremely interesting time. And let's take a look at this on board here as he ended up getting loose down to that treacherous turn 2.
That's where we've seen all the action tonight, really, is turn 2 or the front stretch. But, man, drivers are so over-driving this right now. Both those guys missed the bottom.
He's noticing something wrong before they even exit the corner.
And he locked it down, did a nice job of locking it down, then let it roll a little bit right there because he thought he had it pointed the right direction. It rolled back into traffic, and, of course, that triggered the caution.
And with this, now do you stay out if you already take the service? It's worth noting the tow just got indeed taken by the 18 after that situation. So you still have the top 11 plus Chari Mutso's having to come down. Everybody else is in a precarious spot because older tires can somewhat stay up here. It's not like they're going to drop through the field.
Yeah, even though we have a fairly large tire degradation, you're right, is that with the way aero works here and how hard it is to pass, you can stay up and be all right. I see the 0-2 Bringing down pit road. Hinson thought about it. Hinson will stay out. Your first driver to stay out will be the 39. He will inherit the lead here.
So it is some of those who pit previously staying out. Lewis 2. Maupin looks like he'll stay out. Same for Banky. A lot of others ended up going down pit road that could have very likely stayed on the racetrack if they thought about it. But instead, they elect to go and already use an extra set of tires for stage 1.
Well, what do you think? You want to chat with your new inherited leader, Gavin Hinson?
I think that's a good point to do. Yes.
Let's get him up here in the broadcast booth.
Yep. Currently in the Waterforce camp with River Hayes interesting tonight in the room. So I believe you're on the radio with him.
Yeah, Gavin Hinson, Morgan and JP up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, staying out here. You already pit a little earlier in the stage. What are you thinking here? Can you make it to the end of stage number 1?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I got enough fuel. That's when I stayed out. Got a fresher set of tires. So I'm thinking I've already done a little testing earlier this week. Staying out on old tires, it can work if you got the clean air to work with. So if I don't make any stupid mistakes, I should be able to control this race for the next few laps.
All right, first car on the fresh tires, back in 5th spot. How long do you think it is until they get to your back bumper?
I'm not really sure, but all I know is that dirty air is going to play a big part, whether he has fresh tires or not. But we'll see. I mean, I could be proven wrong, but I think I'll be all right.
All right, we'll come into the choose here. Best of luck. Any shout-outs you want to give before you get you back to Waterforce Racing?
Yeah, shout out Rob's Custom Wraps, Waterforce Racing. Hopefully we can carry this thing to the end.
All right, Gavin, thanks for your time. Race leader, Gavin Hinson.
Thank you.
Gavin Hinson going right to his partner tonight. It's interesting he's hanging out with River Hayes. That is a driver that we've seen throughout the season run with Accelerated Motorsports. But on the bright side, at least River has someone has to bounce off of here tonight.
All of River's teammates left. So, yeah. He's lonely. He needs someone to hang out with. And Gavin Hinson, pretty good driver to have in your camp. Had the pleasure of riding along with him and Christian Barnes for that Thursday race at IRP for the Caswell Glass Series.
And long story short, you had a busy time in that race, let's put it that way.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, half sliding through turn 1 grass, no big deal. Back through the field, sped on pit road at the end. Top 10 out of it, all good.
That's the big thing. You got a top 10. That's the bright side.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is the bright side.
That in mind, here is the order. It's Hinson, Maupin, Lewis, Kelly, I should rather say, Banky, followed by Joyner, Marino, Jr., Brinkley, Crowder, Marenko. Amongst those inside the top 10, Mertens just outside of it. Took a shorter stop by about a second than everybody else. Let's find out how this field wants to race. We're coming up to what will be 18 to go, Morgan, for stage 1.
Yeah, the driver I'm watching here, second car outside, says PRSsetups.com on the back of that red and black car. That's Kelly. Driver's led most of the laps so far in this one. He's got those fresh tires. How easily can he dispel the 66 particularly, but the 8 and 39 on the bottom as well?
I think that's everybody's question right now. Absolutely, though. It's can you?
Notepads are out.
Absolutely. If you're able to write with the notepad while driving.
Someone else is probably writing it down. They're using a mental notepad. They'll use a physical one under caution, maybe. Or maybe they have a spotter. Who knows?
Back on our way. Hinson with a good launch. First on the pit stops in the 95, already making their way to the bottom. A lot of people trying to get to the bottom. Joyner, one of those staying up at the top, along with Maupin trying to go for the race lead.
Oh, the 29 is dropping like an anchor right now. Really slow up out at 1.
Yeah, a couple of these drivers, first-time chances up at the front. Gonna have to hope they save tires here if they want to stay up here. Banky getting freight trained on speed all while Marino Jr. Amonso's pushed ahead. Meanwhile, Maupin missing the bottom again. He's in the wall.
And Maupin is going to have to sort it out here pretty soon. That car has missed the bottom quite a bit here tonight. If he gets somebody on the outside of him, he's going to cause a big accident out of one of these corners. Kelly up to third, though. Here comes Joyner as well, trying to get around the 66.
See him just trying to take some quick moves to make his way through the traffic. Remember, Joyner's been buoyed about a couple times already, trying to get underneath Kelly.
Ball hard.
Yeah, Maupin's not looking comfortable at all here.
Oh, he's loose now out of turn 2. Hard beneath him. Hinson's broken away. This is exactly what Hinson wanted. Out by 5 now. Over Lewis. Kelly behind him. Joyner, I think we're now starting to settle in on this run. Just over 15 laps until we end up completing stage number 1.
Battle of some of those with red on their cards. That includes Lewis versus Kelly. A couple more slam the wall in the background. Here's a look from Kelly. See him just trying to line things up. Lost a bit of ground down the straightaway, though.
It's all about corner exit here.
And he's not necessarily getting it. Might get it here. Lewis stayed up high this time.
And
he
Lewis.
oh,
Joey
no!
got Kelly. Oh, Kelly spins through the grass.
Kelly's around, but no caution. We stay green.
That was a huge hit. We're going to go back and see that one. A potential race-altering moment. So here into turn 2, see Lewis took the high line and just never got that car to rotate. Hit that wall a ton. Kelly got the worst of it.
And it puts him well down the running order as a result of that one. So Kelly dropping all the way to 28, 13 seconds back of the race leaders. Take a look at Joyner meanwhile. He's got Crowder up in front of him.
Don't look now, 44, creeping back up into the front. I think Lewis just got moved by Anthony Marino Jr.
I think he got loose with the arrow, definitely moving him possibly. Absolutely, Morgan. But the 48 seems to have the better run, but the tire difference, obviously, Lewis is too tight.
Now Hinson with the fresh air. He might be able to defend for a little while. Does he have enough to hold on to it for the end of the stage? And if he falls back behind a driver, how quickly will the 39 fall on those older tires?
There's a lot of people's question mark here for the big term, for the long term, should say. Lowest of those who stayed out is Banky at the moment in 11 early in this one. Maupin's dropped to 9. You still have Hinson lean. You have Lewis still, despite his struggles, in the top 3 for now. But Marino Jr. is looking for the race lead. Look at Hinson trying to defend. Race control immediately gave warnings after that move, or during that move, should say. All this as well. Look at some of the drivers back here. This includes drivers like Hayes making their way through up to 12.
Indianapolis Snake is alive and well. As Lewis fights with Crowder for third. Crowder should be able to clear. Oh, that was tight, but he got it. Marino Jr. got Hinson.
There he is. Race lead now for the 48.
Very quickly. I thought that was at least going to happen down in 3. 48 just got a great run out of 2 on the high side. Took the spot away.
Yeah, I think Hinson partly got loose too. So I think that's, again, the older tires starting to come into play. Hearing apologies on the radio. The 29 apparently trying to defend some of the drivers. They keep on going, though, as they all battle it out.
Battle for 12th. Hayes trying to defend over Mertes.
Yeah, right now, Mertz Amansos, who has been slicing and dicing, should say hit the wall, but he's been taking his time, if you will.
Oh, he's hit this wall a ton here. Oh, wow, I'm surprised he missed it.
Yeah, dodge the wall, stay out of trouble.
It looked like that car was going to knock down the safer barrier. Good job of saving that thing from hitting the wall. Here comes Hubbard trying to get around Tyrell Foster. Sherry fighting. Oh, Beckett Brown. Hard hit for Brown. Hard hit. Oh, that was huge. Beckett Brown, that car's killed. It's done.
Yeah, and that, it was...
Look at the right front.
Yeah, for him, this is going to be big trouble for him for the next while. He needs to get a few cautions now just to fix the car.
Look at the wheel. Like this thing is out of control. I mean, it was before, but it's really out of control now. Oh, we got a scrap up here as well. 3 wide. I think Lewis had a moment.
Yet again, they're all trying to get around that 8 machine with the way things are going. 3 wide. Lewis still getting past. Marenko almost still is getting past Jordan Brinkley. He's been good on short runs, able to get through. Joyner gets through on his battle with the 8. Burke is the only one who couldn't get the pass done.
Mopping under fire from Yates.
Yeah, so far, Moppin, not as bad as he was the previous run with the tightness, but the 66 we know had some struggles earlier. He seems to have stabilized out as Yates scrapes the wall. Right now, at the very least, if Moppin can defend for less than 10 more laps, might be able to get stage points, but it's going to be difficult. Lewis is definitely in a worse spot on the pace right now, difference-wise.
Well, the 8 can't get in a rhythm because he continues to get freight trained on the high side. He went from, what, 2nd to 8th in the matter of 5 or 6 laps? And up front, Hinson holding tough here as well. About a second back, Crowder right behind him. Marino Jr. leading the way.
Yep, all of them still going to have to see. Can they chase down that 48 if you want a chance later? Right now seems to have the speed here on this stage, but looking like pressure's back on for Lewis, back in 7th. Burke's still not been able to complete the job. Moppin, for his case, is still trying to use the Dragon to try and defend his sake. Crowder's gone in a 2nd.
Yeah, Crowder got around Hinson there. I think Hinson let him by. I realized that he just had nothing for him. Now can Crowder chase down Marino Jr. 1.4 seconds in 8 laps.
See, Crowder going to have to close up 1.4 seconds. He's been king of the long run all year. Meanwhile, River Hayes trying to battle it out now for 9th. Moppin at risk of losing stage points. Noah Hubbard looking to put some points in the cupboard as well.
Yeah, Hayes has pit 6 times in this race so far. I don't know why, but he has. It has to be fuel, but I mean, still. No one else has pit more than 4 times. That was Zachary King with heavy damage. Still up to 10th. 9th now.
Yeah, Hayes, you have to think, might have a chance to cycle towards the front if he can get a couple more spots here. After the pit stops, I mean, because he's going to be one of those probably in the 10-second ballpark with the tires and the fuel difference to fill it up.
I would say you're probably right on that. He's clearly got the speed to pass cars because he has been for most of this run. Marinko behind Brinkley. This is a battle for 4th.
Marinko still not able to really get something built up run-wise. You see getting the clean air, though. He's been running about 5th all race. He's got solid pace. Brinkley, for his case, Went to the 53 flats last time by, has been quicker with the past 5, but that 11 is seeing how much that one's starting to chip away a little bit with the draft down the straightaway.
Everyone here just so tight together. I mean, one little slip and you end up losing a handful of spots. Driver we haven't really talked about in a little bit, Landon Kelly after the spin, getting on Harold Tucker the third. That's for 20th.
Yeah, some of these drivers have definitely gone indifferent on the racetrack to nearly half a racetrack back and are just at this point just looking to try and get something set up for stage 2 to try and recover. Landon Kelly, with the slide. He's going to be a tough spot, though, with the front end needs some repairs, too, so we'll have to go to the back again to start the next stage in about 5-6 laps.
The speed on this car is still pretty impressive that you can go for a 360 and then a little bit of a stop there trying to get back on the racetrack and still be in the top 20. Benke and Wade just swap 17th and 18th.
Yep, a few drivers just continuing to make these changes here over the course of the run. Moppin, help from Good. Good's been doing pretty solid here, being able to try and cover his positions. He's one of those who's had to fix the car already once or twice. He'll take the spot from the 66 as those tires have fallen off the cliff.
He got a little bit of damage in that John Ullman incident on the front stretch.
Doesn't seem to be hurting him as bad as it is compared to the front damage, though.
Yeah, 91 seems okay here. Now it's just about track positions. Of course, we've documented all day. It is just exceptionally hard to make a pass here tonight.
Yep, and all this is to say, with under 4 to go, a little bit more smoke kicked up. Some of these drivers just cannot wait to get some fresh Goodyear Eagles on the machines. By the way, Crowder is chipping away the gap for the race lead. Will there be enough time to get there is a huge question. He's already under 8/10.
Yeah, it's taken probably longer than he anticipated. I mean, he's cut it in half, but it took him a little more than half the run he had.
Yeah, he's been able to reel in the gap slowly but surely here. And that's been very helpful for his case to have an opportunity here to get back to the front after getting moved around a couple times. In the case of Crowder, Marino Jr. has been fast in races all throughout the season in some of his starts this season.
Remember, this car was the car to beat at Pocono.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, which is probably as close as you're going to get to Indianapolis on the schedule. Considering, turn 2 is based after Indianapolis, but this 48 was lights out there and I think had a late race incident that took him out of the chance to win the race.
He has picked up a win in this series this season, remember, 2, by the way, Marino Jr. That was at Echo Park, actually, back in June. So has brought the 48 car in his appearances. He's only made 11 starts this season, this being his 12th. And remember, he's one of the drivers who needed a good day to have a chance to get to Kime on that point sheet. He's getting that now, and a huge contrast to the 9 who's running 23rd.
Yeah, this stage alone will cut the points gap in half. He's now only going to be 12 back. And that's for points earned. That doesn't even count where he's running in terms of how that would project forward. If he happens to win the second stage as well, he's only going to be 2 back of Reggie Kime to get into the playoffs. The chase, apologies. But stage 1, well, that's going to belong to Anthony Marino Jr. here in the Brickyard 400 in 1 lap's time. Got ahead of myself.
Here we go, 1 to go. Stage 1 coming to a close this time by Marino Jr. has led 12 laps in this one. Kelly led about 29 to start this one off. Crowder equalizing out within 6/7 of the 48 machine on his attempt to make his way back forward. But all this is to say, with a lot of shaking about in stage 1, Marino Jr. coming through the final corners, kisses the wall to slap the side, and will come out of turn 4 to take stage 1 in clean space. Anthony Marino Jr., stage 1 winner, gets it done at Indianapolis. Crowder, Marenko, followed by Hinson, Brinkley, Joyner, Burke. A few of the others like Lewis, Hayes, and Hubbard also finish in the top 10. As that concludes stage 1 of your third to last race before the chase.
And as we talked about, the driver who needed points the worst, well, he got all of them that have been available so far. Marino Jr. winning that stage and leading laps. That's going to cut that gap even smaller to Kime. We'll show that points graphic here in a little bit, but maybe let's talk if he's in. I don't know if he's in here. Yeah, he is in here. Let's maybe talk with our stage winner, Anthony Marino Jr.
I would say you let him pit is the bigger importance, though, because they have to catch up to the pace car.
So true. So true.
Pace car is in turn 1 and 2. I think he can pick up the pace. I'm not sure why he's clutching as much as he is, unless he's trying to make sure he gets a shorter stop just in case with the cutoff for 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. Because he did only pit 21 laps ago. A little curious. Now we start to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, running about 130 miles an hour. Pace car is down the back straightaway already, heading towards turn 3. Still having 31 cars remaining. We have had already about 7, 8 DNFs here tonight in the 5 cautions. Just 2 lead changes tonight, Morgan.
Yeah, it's been hard to pass. Right, one lead change was Hinson taking the lead after the pit stop. The second one was Marino Jr. taking it from Hinson during that last run. Those are your lead changes tonight across 3 leaders: Kelly, Hinson, and Marino Jr.
And the entire field is coming through. Maupin just confirmed on the radio they're in the danger zone, quote unquote, to make it on fuel here. That could get interesting for him. But here they come. Should see 4 tires from everybody, but it's going to be the difference of how much gas you need. At least one driver not going to follow them in, but that, yes, you're right. That's the last car running.
Who is 17 laps down, so his strategy doesn't particularly matter to the leaders right now.
So now the focus is on making sure you get to the box. Concrete, remember, the boxes could cause you to slide. Junior tiptoeing amongst those into the stalls. Looks like Joyner had a bit of an issue trying to get in his stall, had to hit it in reverse for a moment. Will be the first one off pit road is the question with the quick stop.
Crowder.
Answer is Crowder, yeah.
Rio Jr. might have sped.
Oh no, that...
He did not speed. It looked like he did. He was able to clear by a car very quickly. Also, exceptionally fast stop, under 10 seconds, 9.9 for the 48. Who was your stage winner?
Becca Brown did confirm they got speeding. So they'll go to the tail end of the field with an EOL penalty from race control. But Marino Jr., as we said, getting the stage done. Going to have an interesting conversation with him here, Morgan, because able to come up on top. He's with you.
Anthony Marino Jr., Morgan and JP in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, stage 1 winner. You needed 22 more points to get Reggie Kime to the cut line. You got 10 of those immediately at the first opportunity. Can you get the rest here tonight?
That's the goal for tonight. So I'm trying to also stay ahead of Ashton because Ashton's behind me in the standings, and I will take that extra singular point to him on the cut line. But yeah, the goal by the end of this thing is hopefully to be in the chase and build a gap and hopefully be higher and higher for seeding and into the actual playoffs. Yeah.
Well, you've been one of the very few drivers tonight who's been able to make passes seemingly at will. What have you found that maybe others haven't quite figured out here tonight?
Well, in A Opens this week, I've had over, I think, 700 laps in a open setup.
Official races.
So I think, yeah, that's helping me a little bit, and I know ways to pass people, I feel like. So I feel like that's helping me a little bit, and I don't know, I feel like I can just control my car a little bit better than hopefully the other competition, and hopefully that stays that way.
All right, we're doubled up here. 15 laps left for you so far today. Who do you want to thank or shout out before we let you get back to your team?
I'd like to thank Dam Motorsports, Derek Jewett, and I hope someone's watching. I don't know, someone from Dam. But Graham Crackers Racing, Ryko. Yep.
All right, Anthony Marino Jr. driving the 48, Stage 1 winner here in the Rickyard 400. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
So Marino Jr. will look to try and focus up in stage number 2, restarting in 3rd. Crowder chose the bottom alongside Marenko. Marino Jr. followed by Joyner. Brinkley in the top 5 along with Burke, Hubbard, Hinson, Hayes, Giuchari amongst those up in the front group. Of note, Dustin Lewis amongst those in the top group. He also chose the bottom. So just about ready to get back underway, as we'll find out who's going to have speed here in this stage. Of note, Beckett Brown and Trevor Yates, who had to take repairs, had repair times of 1.5 minutes and almost 2 minutes respectively.
Yeah, that Beckett Brown car took a massive hit under that last run. Little housekeeping as well. Drivers out of the race. Grayson Massey, Cameron Goebel, Corey Powell, Chicken Cochran, Isaac Wilson, Jack Fiffner, Evan Gourmet, Christian Barnes, Alex Young have retired early from the event.
Part of those who have picked up incidents here. And now we'll try to see how things go in stage 2 as we go to lap 100. Marenko looking to try and even up, make sure there's no issues with the speed though. Crowder has Marino Jr. pushing him off and away with the inside. Outside didn't get as good of a launch.
Now they'll fade up high to try and get that great run into the corner with the arc. The 11 of Brinkley with a great run to the bottom.
Yeah, a few of the drivers already darting their way to the inside. Burke is the first on the outside.
Big
Marenko's
wall
car.
contact. Oh man, he hit that thing a ton.
One knock down the wall. That could cause some issues here with the suspension with a hit like that. Hubbard and a couple others driving on by.
Yeah, track position obviously going in the wrong direction for the one as well. Lost 3 or 4 spots just with that one incident alone. Zach White's up against the wall, testing the extreme high line here. And Jonathan Gasheri's broke into the top 10 for the first time today.
Sherry, we talked about him earlier, able to claw his way to the field, continuing to plug away spots. Sherry right now ahead of Kelly, who's been able to fix his damage too. Meanwhile, you see some of the others behind him, like Wade, trying to make him spots.
Highest Wade's been in the field as well. He's up to 12th. About to clear for it. Oh, he almost got spun by the 0-2. Cortez with the look to the bottom. Not going to get there.
Cortez will get
He
there,
will get
actually.
there. Oh, man. Dustin Lewis hit the wall a ton.
Yeah, a few of these drivers already struggling to hit their exact marks. You have to make sure you're perfect on those marks. You miss the line, you risk slamming the wall down so easily here. Look at Caden. He was one of those who was involved in one of the...
Got it fixed.
Yeah, able to get a lot of repairs done on his machine.
Look at our driver cam driver today. There is King. 13th spot. Oh, spin behind him. Dustin Lewis is around.
There it goes for the 8. Able to hold on to it, though. We stay green.
Downtown Auto Sales number 8 goes for a ride. Tried the stage strategy. Didn't quite work out for him. Goes for a slide here. Track position going the wrong way for the 8.
And as a result there, to the back of the group goes Lewis to 26th. All that's well. Some of the others trying to find a way to go ahead. That includes the one. There's a little bit of battling in the back as well.
And Rossi alongside Tucker, Taylor and Kime as well. Quartet. Oh, Rossi just about crashed. Had to lift big time.
Yeah, look at that, how much these drivers are trying to actually give a little bit of space here to make sure they don't
Beckett
wash up.
Brown just annihilated the wall out of turn 2.
And Brown running 27th, you're referring to, by the way. He's damaged the car again, Morgan.
Yeah, that was a massive hit.
Still, though, in this pack we've been following along with, drivers like Reggie Kime need to get somewhere, and Kime is struggling on the top.
Yeah, this whole pack, a lot of drivers here not having a good time here in Indianapolis. You need to go to St. Elmo's after this and enjoy a shrimp cocktail. That's the only thing that's going to make this day better for them.
Yes, indeed. One of the eateries here in Indianapolis area.
The eatery here in Indianapolis area.
Very exclusive. That in mind, some of these drivers just need to focus on one thing before they think about the food side. Getting a chance to kiss a yard of bricks later today.
That's right.
And obviously, we're still a ways out from that. We still have 101 to go at the stripe. Crowder is taking off now that he's got the track position for the first time and keeping it for the first time.
Yeah, this is a bit of a different kind of flavor that we've seen tonight than we normally see from the 44, right? Normally we see him fall back 5th to 8th in that area and then just pick his way back through the field. I think tonight he's realized for that first run, first stage, that you can't really pass the way he's used to. So he has to keep track position and try and save at the front. As Chris Taylor has gone for a spin in turn 1. Caution's out.
Back to the yellow flags. And this is an interesting time. Could get to the end of the stage, possibly on gas.
You got to pit here. You have to. So Taylor just loose on his own. Yes, loose out of the corners. I haven't really seen it out of turn 1 you get loose, but that car just took a evil hop and then overcorrect back into the wall for the 21.
Puts us back to the caution. Let's see if everyone understands that distance here. We're coming up already to 39 to go once they come across the line. Of note, Noah Hubbard had gotten a 5th right before the caution, is up 13 on the charge of the 4. One of those who's been able to pick up spots here in stage 2.
Yeah, Hubbard has been on a mission recently. Really benefited from that shakeup when the one hit the wall.
Yeah, now they'll all gather up and get ready to see who comes down the lane. That being in mind here, some of the others that have done pretty well tonight. Joshua Gillen on his recovery from the slide, up 23. One of your big movers, in fact, second biggest behind the 54. You also have plus 14 Maupin still, even though he declined from earlier. Harold Tucker is up 10 from where he qualified.
Yeah,
drivers
the drivers started in the 30s. As long as you're just still running, you've probably gained a lot of spots.
And it looks like we will make pit road. A majority will, at least.
Ooh.
And some
I don't like that.
I don't know about that either.
Yeah,
a lot of people staying out.
I don't know. I don't love it. I understand not wanting to lose track position, but I don't know. This gets you pretty close to the end. I guess what you're banking on if you stayed out. So if you're this top, what is it, top 6 that stayed out, you have to be banking on the caution coming out again. Have to be.
First one out of the lane, Marino Jr. A lot of quick stops here. I think a lot of 2 tires possibly at 7 seconds. Yeah, a lot of right side tire stops here.
Well, we have I mean, not really even a short run. It's a 40-lap run. I guess you're probably just seeing, if you were tight before, see if you can maybe free this thing up a little bit. If you were loose, put left sides on and see if you can snug it up just a touch. But very interesting the way this one's playing out.
Yeah. A few drivers already talking about some conversations. It's been chippy on the radio tonight. Beckett Brown might have been pushing a law on Dustin Lewis, for example, down pit road, because the speed limit is 55, and Lewis had been in a checkup slowing down to 53. Everybody else, though, getting things reviewed and making sure they're good to go for the choose this time, Morgan.
Yeah, it's been a pretty chippy race. It looks like on the racetrack, we've seen that obviously, and clearly on the radio as well, even on pit road. Drivers are not terribly thrilled with each other here tonight, and I'm sure it's not going to get any better as we get closer to the end. I'm sure it'll only get chippier and chippier, and that intensity will rise. Because you're getting to the point now, you have one for sure caution left, which is going to be at lap 100 for the stage. But after that, you might not see the yellow flag again. And if that's the case, you got to get all you can on the restart.
Here we go. Crowder in the inside, Joyner on the outside, Brinkley, Orenko, Jari followed by Wade. Foster goes the outside, Marino Jr. shows the inside. Part some of those inside your top 8. Dave Billings, Joshua Gillen, wants to still taking service as we get ready to fire back up. We're inside the fuel run. I'm still curious how this is going to work for the ones who stayed out with the track position game, because it's not a guarantee they'll even be able to get enough cautions to save fuel to stay out here. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that was your time to pit, and I'm surprised that the leaders didn't. Well, maybe they know something that we don't, JP. Who knows?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We'll keep an eye on it, obviously. As we come up to the green flag, who else you're watching for on this restart, knowing the first to pit is 7th and then 9th for King.
Couple new players up at the front. Jonathan Kasheri, of course, is what I'm watching here in that bright green car. Haven't seen him up at the front. Same with Michael Wade. Hasn't been up front yet today. Those two are the newcomers in the top 5. Let's see how quickly they're able, or if they're able to stay here, how quickly they fall if they aren't able to stay up here.
Here we go. Restart situation coming up as we continue to work our way towards halfway at least in this one. Again, the stage ends at lap 100. Slim Chickens Cup Series for the Brickyard 400 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Pace car is off. Crowder ready to fire off on the inside. Joyner looking to match him. Green, green, green. Back underway.
Great jump for the outside. Oh, we're 3 wide.
Oh, some of these drivers want to go quick. Marino Jr.'s on the curb. A 48 held on to it. King nearly washed up, and near contact with the 54 also for the 48.
And that was aggressive, to say the least. I mean, if you're straddling the curb here, you are pushing way harder than you need to be. King and Kasheri.
Yeah, you see them still side by side. King zooming by pretty easily. Yeah, and some of these drivers on the short run just immediately pouncing on those who stayed out.
That's those 2 tires as well. A little bit of fresh rubber. I mean, the fall off is pretty immense. You can see Kasheri falling like a rock right now on the high side. In trouble.
Yep, you see just how the contact.
Wade just drove into the back of King.
Not sure why that happened there. King had just battled and cleared the 5. Guess trying to get the run back.
Loose for the 5.
That didn't work out for King, did it? Or rather for Wade.
Yeah, it did not at all. I don't know why he would do that. The drive into the back, not going to lose. I don't know why he drove into the back of King like that.
So all this as well. Hayes, once first off the side, sees some of the single file up ahead. Marino Jr. has already driven up to 4th. Big power off compared to the 1. He's been able to use those 2 tires to a quick advantage here with the way things are shaping up here on the restart.
Now with 35 to go to the stage, does Marino Jr. have enough to go back-to-back, stage 1 and stage 2? He's got 3 cars to pass. Ashton Crowder, Latham Joyner, and Jordan Brinkley. Further back, oh my goodness, I think Hubbard got in the back bumper of Foster.
Yeah, Hubbard actually bouncing off his rear for a moment. Able to hold on. Mertez called 3 on Wade, and Wade went straight to the wall.
He lost a lot of time.
I think they were very offset 3 wide, and that allowed Hinson to get through also back there.
Yeah, Wade is struggling right now. He got out of rhythm. Remember, he's on the old tires. He is by far the furthest back of the cars on those old tires as well. He's back out of 17th. We started up in the top 4.
Look at this with how Hubbard's trying to go. Good run off the corner again. This time avoids contact with the fender, gets the side draft, runs away.
All the way down to the bottom. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide. Oh, my goodness. And the 09 backed out of it.
And a bit of technical maybe for Foster as he sets back in line. But Hubbard still has the preferred group to clear. The thing is, that's something you do in real life. I don't think he was expecting the run to just die off from that inside move, though.
Yeah, he didn't really get the side draft before he pulled away. He just pulled away. I think that's what it was. He didn't wait for the momentum to shift. He was going to try the squeeze block, and he got it.
Before missing the bottom, this allows Foster to at least try and get a run. A little bit squirrely this time for Jonathan. Will get the push. It looks like the 09's at least willing to work with him rather than just force it on by or try and zip by.
We got momentum going the wrong way like the 09 does right now. You just have to try and regain it. Sometimes staying in line for a lap, even though you're not going to make that pass anytime soon. As Sherry hits the wall twice between 3 and 4. That might be what he needs. I think Reggie Kai may have an issue. No, he's just way high in the racetrack. Hemorrhaging time back here. But that Beckett Brown forced him 2 wide.
But a paint just traded up the road. Meanwhile, Marino Jr.
Oh, my goodness. They're doing each other still. He's around. He's wrecked. The 48's done for the day.
Caution flag is out. Marino Jr., stage 1 winner, goes around, and there goes a lot of points for him. The 48 was battling aggressively for 3rd with Joyner down the middle of the straightaway, and then it went batted to 1.
Yeah, I don't know. This just really makes you question, like, what are we doing here? You had one job, and it was get as many points as you can today. And this is how your days can end. Back a little further here. So out of 4, 3 gets a little bit loose, 48 gets to run. That's well and good. Little paint traded here down the pagoda. And then there is I don't know why that jumped like that. Apologies, folks, on the 48. Obviously heavily wrecked. Got it one more time here. So 3 comes down a little bit. Still come down a little bit. They meet in the middle. Back up the racetrack, and the 48 just sails it in there, gets loose. Gets a little bit of help, and then overcorrects it. Boom. Big hit to the wall. Landon Kelly almost got caught up in another one.
So Marino Jr. decimated. He is now on the tow truck. And another contender for the win goes up in smoke. So now we might see a flip of who's up at the front again, because remember those who didn't pit previously? Well, they may have an opportunity here now instead.
Yeah, you can for sure make it to the stage 1 from here. This is an easy decision if you were at all questioning if you could make it.
Yep, so here come some of the drivers to pit.
Wow, lots stay out. Wow. Crowder and Gasheri pit. I think they're the only 2 of the drivers who stayed out last time who brought it down pit road.
Sherry missed his pit stall, and a few drivers at the back come in again. But yeah, Brinkley, Joyner, Marenko, all trying to stay out here and see what they can do. They are 18 laps of the run. They still would have to make an air 30.
Yeah, this is interesting stuff here, to say the least. I mean, the strategy in Indianapolis never disappoints.
So, as a result, first out of the pit lane, Crowder will restart 15th. Reno Jr. is officially done here in this one.
Let's see if we can talk with...
whoa, Brinkley nearly drove in the grass.
Yeah, not really sure what that's about. Maybe let's talk with Zachary King, since he got that car fixed up.
Now let's see, is he around? Yes, he
Sure
is. He's in the Ideal Racing camp. Zachary King, do you have a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, boys?
How would you describe your recovery after the incident earlier on in stage 1 to get to where you are now?
Yeah, man, it's been a day. That's for sure. Definitely proud of this. Everybody on this Ideal Pass Racing, number 51 Ford Mustang. But yeah, it was just wasn't able to avoid that wreck that was on the front stretch. I didn't even know they were all stopped, and clobbered him, got like 3 minutes of damage. But we're all fixed, and we're ahead of our strategy. We're on our we're the leader of our strategy essentially. So we're just gonna try to keep the 95 behind us, keep the 4 behind us. They're really aggressive, and I'm just not too certain what they're doing, but they're just really aggressive today. So hopefully attrition sets in for them. But yeah, we're just having a great race so far.
How difficult it's been to try and build up passes here at the Brickyard today?
Yeah, so this is actually like my 3rd race at the Brickyard in the last, I don't know, 24 hours. So got a lot of legit race time. Won my race earlier today, and then won the NIS race earlier on Saturday. So yeah, we're just gonna keep fighting, and I mean, you gotta set it up off exit. I mean, it's all about your entry speed. If you can maintain a solid entry, and you keep the car planted off exit, you'll be pretty fine. So we're trying to push Jordan out to the lead, and then make it a one-on-one. Obviously, I didn't take tires there at that pit stop, so that might be a little help or a little detriment. But I think clean air is king. So as long as clean air is king, we'll be fine.
All right, we'll see how you do. Good luck here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Zachary King amongst those rolling the dice and strategy, as he mentioned. No tires. He had a 5-second stop. He was the quickest out of anybody with any service outside of maybe Dave Billings from this previous cycle. Not too many tried his call. And now we'll find out how things go off the restart, Morgan.
Yeah, this is about to get precarious, I think. We're in the final 100 of this race. 28 or so to the end of stage number 1. All sorts of different strategies. I think there's 3 of them right now. The group that pit 19 ago, the group that pit 10 ago, and the group that just pit. And they are all scrambled throughout the field. I don't know, JP. This one has been pretty intriguing here today.
Definitely has. And we'll find out pretty soon who's really going to be able to pull off in a way here with Jordan Brinkley and Latham Joyner now in control of this field in the front row. Marenko followed by King, Kelly, Hubbard. Then it's Foster, Hayes, Burke, Hinson inside the top 10. Pace car drops off down to the front straightaway. Here we go. 11 and 3. On the gas. Back on our way. Brinkley, good jump. Now look to try and clear. Can he do it? I don't think he got the push. You can see already Kelly moving down. Munsto's pushed back. King losing grip on the outside. Into 30 goes.
Yeah, he slotted ahead of Kelly. That was the plan. That was the goal, I should say. As Foster had an issue on the restart. Oh my goodness, Maupin hit that wall a lot. A lot of drivers really fade up there out of 2 on the restart. Can't quite get that thing to turn.
Yeah, you can see right now Joyner trying to find something, but the thing is, Levin's got such a run with the clean air. Keep in mind, one of the things we haven't touched upon today, the weather, it is staying partly cloudy. Not expected to go full overcast. The track temp is pretty low. It's at 93. A lot of other races. Yeah, a lot of other races during the week were in the hundreds coming into the week.
We saw 120 last night just about, so very different racetracks than what drivers have kind of seen all week.
Especially if they ran NIS fixed, anything along those lines, absolutely.
Maybe part of the reason why we're seeing such aggressiveness is because the track is more advantageous for grip.
Potentially. That being said here, see a couple of the others trying to dig. That includes the 4.
On the strategy of the drivers who pit 10 laps ago, Kelly and Hubbard.
Hubbard amongst those going on the inside curb. Kelly, though, trying to keep it high side. A little bit of contact, yeah.
Kelly's already gone around once today, trying to limit it to only one time spinning. Joyner way down to the bottom. We're going to be nearly too wide. We will be too wide with Hubbard and Marinko.
Now some good battles. 4 versus 1. Still battling for the top 5. Hubbard got loose.
Yeah,
still holding on to it.
That car is wildly sideways right now. On board with Hubbard. Way high here.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to last here. See
oh
right
my
there.
Goodness. You can fit a sheet of paper in between those two.
Yeah, a few of these drivers, I think, are almost getting too daring with a couple of these moves right now. Crowder's been getting chippy in terms of the conversations and battles going on for him for the top 10 also. Trying to pass by Hinson and contact. Hinson dropping all the way out.
Oh, somebody wrecked behind him. Gillen.
Yeah.
Hit the wall a bunch.
10 damage again. He's outside Michael Wait for 17. Let's take a look at this. 10 amongst those who was already on a recovery does take a very big send originally.
We just got loose on his own. Oh man, he turned that thing right back into the wall.
Good enough to see him. Now we'll get a right front crushed in fender. Good amongst those trying to go forward. This is 11th.
Further forward, Marinko and King now, as Kelly's gotten around King to lead that strategy.
Yeah, but remember, Kelly took 2 tires. King did not.
That's right.
There is a small difference on the grip levels there between the 2 of them.
The last lap drivers hit pit road, reminding we're on lap 27. Those last laps, so 3 of those strategies here in the top 10.
All of them, you see the pit stop differences. You still have Brinkley and Joyner and Marinko and Foster all in the situation where unless they get a caution flag, there's a strong chance they're going to have to pit here. Yeah, 53. You're talking making it 47 laps.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's including the time down pit road. That is going to be, I don't know if that's going to be possible. Just say that.
I mean, I could see, 42. I think that's a reasonable number. 47's a lot. That's a lot of time. You're asking on the racetrack. Oh, there goes Yates. Big slide in front of Gasheri. Great save. Not make that worse than it was.
Yeah, able to hold on to it and keep on going. They'll make their way through the back front straightaway this time through, coming up to halfway in a couple laps time. All this, you can see Crowder just picking up spots. Marenko, you just take a look at him again. That one machine hasn't led yet, but has been glued to P5 this entire race, it feels like. Seems like a 5th place car.
Yeah, I really think that if that one can just get a row or two ahead on a restart, we could be having a completely different story here. But he's just been mired back in 5th all day as River Hayes is starting to join the party. '81 working through some super subs.
Yeah, River Hayes, Munsto's just trying to pick up more and more points. Your points leader coming into tonight. Sled.
Oh, right behind him.
Oh, here we go. That includes Crowder.
And the 82. Wesley Burke went for a ride.
I think Burke tried to slam the door in Crowder's face, and Crowder was there.
That's what it looked like from my point of view. See it from the drone cam. Crowder got the run. Shot to the bottom, and contact made.
Good save by Burke, though, at the very least, who's been dealing with damage. Crowder didn't get any damage from it, it looks like. Heard a lot of conversation that people want to get around King, who has, in his case, lost 2 seconds to the leaders.
Yeah, this 51 is holding up a bunch of cars. Very cork in the bottle-esque here for the 51. I mean, look at how far out Kelly is driven. You mentioned 2.5 seconds, 2 seconds, you're right. These guys have fallen back quite a bit behind the lead group.
See them again. It feels like right about there, the one just cannot get a run. It just dies once it gets close to the bumper. Just cannot find a way to get around. Might get something here. There it goes. Kane trying to close the door. Gets turned around. They're in the grass. Here comes Hubbard to drive through it all. And the one drifts to save it.
Great save by the one. And back in front of traffic. Now Good's going to go around him. Crowder's going to go around him. Hinson's going to go around him.
They're all going to go around him.
Free fall.
King didn't want to give up spots. Like I was saying, the one a lap ago was on the radio saying they're being held back by him.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the second time we've seen it in as many laps. Drivers just getting really chippy right now. That's 2 shoulda, coulda, woulda cautions, if you will, if just drivers couldn't save their cars. I mean, a lot of contact here in Indianapolis.
Uber chipper race right now. By the way, they're train paint again.
Oh,
here we go. King holds on to it. Marenko is not happy at all. He's got heavy damage now.
Oh man, that 01, or that one took a big hit. Keep an eye on him live. We're gonna go back one more time. Let's see this second act of this play. Hopefully we don't see a third. Yeah, I don't know if a 51 came down on the straightaway, but the one tried to clear him.
Caution.
Was it them?
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was McCoy Banky, actually. But
back to
there is similar circumstances because guess who tried to defend again?
Wesley Burke.
Yep.
And that car is probably headed to the garage.
This was another step forward from what we've seen with the Crowder situation.
Oh, that's not good. This was right behind the group in front of him. Oh my goodness. I want to go back and see that King and one situation. And this happened the corner after, did it not?
Yeah. Now watch the 29. He's got the run for the checkup. Burke says no.
Oh man.
No. And no. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty on that slide up into the 29 after.
Go back here with King. Further back. This is with the one to the inside. That pretty much tells the story.
Yep.
Yeah.
And both of those drivers now 10th and 12th, and at least one of them going to have repairs to do, and we're under 20 to go on the stage. By the way, who pits now? Because some of the drivers are already been on the track for 20 plus laps.
Leaders hitting pit road. Yes, looks like everyone pretty much is going to pit here.
Well, that worked out well for the 11. I think Crowder stayed out.
Stay out. Crowder stayed out, yes. Because Crowder can make it to the end. There's not really, to the end of the stage, so not really a question about that. Hinson stays out as well. Gasheri stays out. Moppin. The 02, the 8.
All this to make sure they make it to the end of the stage, and then they probably have to pit again. So Crowder has fresher tires than Hinson. Chari amongst those who has an opportunity to stay out here. Moppin amongst those who is on the same cycle as Hinson. Mertez, Lewis, Rossi, Kime all staying out here for this restart.
I think the big winner of this race, if it were to continue, as long as they don't enter the garage area, is Richie Kahn. Because remember, coming into this one, we'll bring up the points graphic again. He was on the cut line fighting with Marino Jr. Ignore Aaron Baum, not here tonight. He will plummet down this running order. Fighting Anthony Marino Jr. for that final transfer spot. Marino Jr. won that first stage. He cut it in, we cut 20% off of it right there. But now the 48 is in the garage area. Kime's still on the racetrack. Kime gaining all these extra points for finishing the race. Marino Jr. will not. And that will very much change the way this looks going into next week. And Crowder doing his thing, trying to also get back up to above that cut line, where he might take Kime or Zach White's spot in the next 3 races.
And all these drivers have to start making sure there's no mistakes in terms of where they're going to be positioned for the start of that. Absolutely for the chase, because chase in this series will have Watkins Glen, Darlington, Bristol, a second Echo Park date at Auto Club, Charlotte, Roval, Kansas, Talladega, Martinsville, Homestead. So you're talking multiple short tracks, a couple 2-milers, a couple super speedways, in fact, one legacy race with Echo Park, 2 road courses, a part of those that you have to battle with to make sure you win a championship. It's not like the real world schedule where it's mostly mile and a half.
Legacy race at Echo Park, like Old Atlanta, you mean?
2008 one in September 4th.
Oh, there you go. Old Atlanta on the schedule. I think you can call it Atlanta because it didn't have the branding then. But regardless, that is an interesting date on the schedule. Should be a lot of fun when we get there. So very interesting chase schedule we have in front of us, but still 3 races to get there. I believe this one, Watkins Glen, Daytona. Am I right about that? Richmond as well?
Yes. Richmond and Daytona after this week.
Right. Yeah,
Watkins
Glen is race 1 of the chase in the series, correct?
Correct.
Right.
For Castle Glass Company Series Racing, it's the cutoff race.
Right. That's what the dates are shifted because the chase, for whatever reason, is not the same length.
It's not the same length in real life either.
Yeah, we're not NASCAR.
We can be.
Well, depends who you ask. Anyway, doubled up. Pace lights are out. Crowder, Hinson, just the way they finished on Thursday, are on the front row. Gasheri, Moppin in row 2. Mertez, Lewis, Dominic Rossi beside Reggie Kime. Harold Tucker III and Landon Kelly are your top 10. I don't know if Tucker actually made it into the pit box. He went down pit road, but he's got no stop time.
Yeah, not sure about that either. See if he plummets down here in a moment. As they all make their way through, can confirm 79 did indeed roll through the pit box. Didn't bother to stop and rolled away. Here we go to the restart zone. Crowder in front. Back on her way. There goes the 44. They're stacking up on the top. And look at that cut to the inside by the 02.
And Mertes with a great jump on Gasheri. Their contact with Maupin. Gasheri's loose in front of the field. I don't know. He's not going to save it. Going to wreck a whole bunch of cars. Oh,
Here
my
we
goodness.
go.
There's 12, 15 cars involved here.
Caution is out again.
Oh, my goodness.
And this stopping at least 6-8 cars in the pileup.
Wow. Rossi's
They're
in
still
it.
wrecking.
King's in it. I see River Hayes further back. Tucker the third's in it. Oh, wow.
Chris Taylor trying to get away. King spun around a couple times. Wow.
Back a little further here. This all started with that 3-wide move by the 0-2. It got Gasheri unsettled out of 1. We're going to see it again. There's the jump. Yeah, Gasheri missed time to restart.
Yeah, that's why Mertes was going 3.
Yeah, there's the move by Mertes, and it just got Gasheri kind of out of sorts here. He makes contact with Maupin right there. He's free already. Never did get it settled, and then got hit by Rossi. Yeah, the 4's in it. The 03 gets spun. The 14, I have no idea what he's trying to do. Some drivers made it through without any contact. I think the 1 got through it okay. Just try to more with the 1. This was a great job of avoiding this accident.
I believe they gave him a strike, by the way. 4. Here's the 1.
Yeah, check this out. There's that green car up there. That's the one where the caution started, so there's 20 cars to get through. That's how you avoid an accident.
Didn't add any more damage. That's the bright side. Might see
Contrast
Mark
to Dave Billings.
Yeah. I believe Race Control did say something potentially about the lane change. Well,
Here, the 91 did a nice job avoiding this as well. Riding on board here with Clayton Good, who just does a really nice job of staying out of trouble most nights. Big stack up further back already, even before the caution.
let's see right.
Yeah, nice
Hello.
work. Everyone in front of him spun, and he didn't. 89 caught the wall a lot.
He's in 6th now, by the way, as a result of that incident.
Yeah, great move. Really solid move by the 91.
All but 10 drivers pit this caution.
Wow. And most of those for damage, I would imagine. We've got some drivers now who are going to be out of the race because of that. Wesley Burke has brought it down. Trevor Yates is done for the day as well. McCoy Benke is on pit road with heavy damage. I imagine Gasheri is probably going to have his day ended. Yeah, chaos in Indianapolis. That reminded me a little bit of that, I think it was 2018 Martin Truex Jr. Kyle Busch crash down in turn 1. I feel like that's the same sort of loose condition that brought out a caution. Those were the leaders at the time. I think it only involved those 2, but that kind of had a similar feeling to it.
Kind of does. You're right on that. And really, it's again part of how wild this race has kind of gone, and this has become similar to that of the paperclip in terms of some of the attrition. Remember, though, the average for NIS competition this week has been 13 cautions over 160 laps.
Let's not cheer too loud. We're just past halfway with 9, so.
Yeah, So we're on track for the average. That's about a quarter of the race under caution, if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm no mathematician, but we're not exactly setting the world on fire when it comes to green flag racing here tonight.
Still, that being said, we'll have about 9 to go when we get back going here. Big opportunities for points now for drivers like Collier, for Good. Maupin's now up at the front again. First who made pit stops, I think Zach White is now just outside the top 10.
That's right. Big news as well, Landon Kelly has retired from the race tonight. That was a car that was very fast, led the opening, 20 laps in this race from second?
Led 29.
Yeah, that car is done for the day. Yeah, big implications in that accident.
And so the entire field coming to the choose this upcoming time by. By the way, we still have a lot of lead lappers despite all the drivers who are currently getting the repairs done. We still have, despite everything, give or take 20-something odd drivers that are on the lead lap cycle at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of those drivers took a pretty heavy damage repair. Marinko in the 1, Beckett Brown in the 45, Hubbard in the 4, Billings in the 14, Gillen in the 10, Rossi in the 7, and Gasheri in the 54, all taking over a minute worth of repairs. Michael Wade, add him to the list, and Dustin Lewis as well, all taking pretty heavy damage here in the last few laps.
So here we go for the choose. A lot of people still trying to sort out what needs to be done here. All of this as well. Here comes Crowder to lead the choose line. Inside this time.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff here. Not really surprised. Word on the choose. I have a big shout out to make. There's a blue car here in the top 7 that we need to recognize real quick. Brad Collier is having the race of his Mystic career right now. Running 7th, able to avoid all the accidents. He has a very real shot at the top 10, considering the damage of the cars around him.
There's a good chance he can pick up something if he's able to back up this track position. Absolutely.
That's right.
21 starts in MRL competition. 6 times in the top 10 in that this year in his appearances. He's been averaging around 15th place where he's ran. If he can definitely increase that if he stays out of trouble here. So all this is to say, your top 10s like this. Crowder, Hinson, Maupin, Lewis, Brinkley, Good, Collier, Wade, Foster, Hayes are inside your top 10 for the lineup.
Michael Wade says, we're still in this thing. 5 running P7 right now. There you see him, the VSPEED car.
I mean, it definitely is. He's right next to that 28. I thought you were going to talk to him about him first.
Nah. Show bias like that, JP?
Either way, the 5 will be amongst those on the outside, but the 44 is amongst those leaning in. Remember, the winner gets $100. So there's, for the podium, you have to find a way to get in the money. And right now, Crowder, Hinson, and Maupin are in those money positions with a lot of time to go. Ringer Green back it away, and we jinxed Collier. He didn't go.
Oh no, 28 struggling on the jump.
I think Foster destroyed part of his car trying to check up for that.
Almost 3 wide.
Maupin was able to jump ahead. Good on the outside of Brinkley.
Oh, big contact for, yeah, Foster's car is killed. Oh man, that 09. I think he actually was involved in the accident. I think he was the last driver in it. And I don't know if he quite realized the amount of damage he has.
Yeah, Nero went bumper to bumper with the back end of Collier and now is destroyed. Hubbard's got heavy damage out here too still. There's a few
he was
that,
in it as well.
Yeah, there's a few of these drivers hoping they somehow keep inside stage points.
Yeah, that 4 looks like this came out of Demolition Derby. You can see that Rush Truck Center's, that yellow front end. Look how mangled that thing is.
I don't think it's staying in the top 10. No, it's definitely not. It's out of it already.
Yeah, Gasheri's car's looking the same way. The 54, obviously, he was the trigger for that accident.
He's lucky to still be running, though, from that heavy contact.
Battle of drivers who have massive damage back here. But up closer to the front, Maupin is still trying to get into the top 5 here. Running 5th right now.
Trying to hold on to the top 5, really.
That's right.
That 66, sliding backwards again. It's not been pretty when he's been on older tires. And remember, newer tires for Good, newer tires for Brinkley, who pit prior to the massive chaos.
How about Beckett Brown? First driver on the freshest of tires in the 45. After knocking the wall down a number of times, he is here with a pretty good shot. It's some great stage points.
Yeah, Munsto's on the recovery again. 45. Munsto's who also pit the most recent caution flag. Meanwhile, Good got the hits in. He's taking second.
And fresh tires, the 91. They're proving their worth right now. Hayes gets around Beckett Brown. Hayes also on fresh tires.
Yeah, a few drivers like Crowder trying to make sure nobody gets drafted, no matter how far they are. But all this is with River Hayes. Munsto's digging. Up in 7th now. Ready to attack the 66, a little bit loose.
Maupin is loose. Wow, that was a great save.
They were both loose.
Crowder way out front here, 2.5, 1.6 and growing.
Yeah, here we go. River Hayes needs to get this done quickly. Remember, it's hard to pass here, and the more you battle like this, the more time you lose.
Harder
they
the
need
tires
to go.
get. Yeah, it's a lot of things wrong when you have to battle this hard to get a spot. He might have them clear. I don't think so. I think Maupin got further back, got draft from Brown. He might go around River Hayes here. He will clear River Hayes into turn 1.
Maupin defending well for some points with under 5 laps to go in stage 2.
That Ford gets wound up on the straightaway, really struggling on the old tires into 1, but Hayes with a big moment off of 2. That's going to give up a spot to Beckett Brown into the clutches of Marinko if he's not careful.
All right, now you can see how much that 45 is leaving the bottom open for Hayes to get right back through it. Beckett Brown lets him go yet again. As a result, the 45 down to the 8th position yet again. 4 laps to go here in stage 2.
And these guys are just trying to do whatever they can to separate themselves from each other, on top of each other for the last handful of laps. Brown's starting to fade a little bit. Maupin is just doing a masterful job of holding off Hayes.
Yeah, becoming a choo-choo train behind that 66 now again. Problem is, they all want to jump ahead and become the conductor. They've already lost 2 seconds to Brinkley. Look at that dive. This is the 02 making some moves.
And Mertz has been hanging around all day. He was on the strategy earlier, had the lead of that strategy. Things obviously flip-flop with the yellows, but this 02 here has been pretty stout today. Now Maupin in a world of hurt here on the wrong side of the draft train. That's going to get Hayes by. It's going to get Beckett in a spot to get by. It's will clear the 45. 02 is probably going to clear as well. And the 1 has a good shot at it, too. That's 4 spots lost in 2 corners for Elijah Maupin.
And so Maupin down to the last driver in the points for the stage, coming to 2 to go in it. Oh, near contact for the 66 again. Franco able to keep himself out of trouble there as Mertez a little bit weeble wobbly. Remember the 1. Most those who had the Dodge earlier had to get a minute plus of repair, still dealing with damage on the right side. Pit road is closed.
Nothing changing out front. Ashton Crowder up by 2.4 seconds over Clayton Good. Gavin Hinson in the 3rd position with Dustin Lewis hounding the 39. Jordan Brinkley is in 5th. Then that group we just talked about, River Hayes running in the 6th spot with Beckett Brown. And a whole bunch of madness behind him. Zachary Mertez, Brody Marinko, Elijah Maupin as they are all chase each other down to the grass.
Yep, you see how much Marinko wants to squeeze. That 66, keep it to the inside. Side by side they go, and the battle going on for the 9th position. 1 to go on the stage.
Top 10 pretty much set other than this battle for 7th on back.
So right now it's looking secure if you're an Ashton Crowder fan. That 44 has been able to hold on to a 2.8 second advantage here in stage number 2. Good, holding on to 2nd, pulled away from that spot. As they make their way up through turn 4.
Elijah Maupin had an issue. He lost 10th, Michael Wade.
Yeah, there's a slide back for the 66, but the 44 will take another stage. It's Ashton Crowder who gets stage 2 in Indy. Second spot going to Good. Hinson, Lewis, Brinkley, Hayes. For across the line, Brown, Mertez, Marinko, and as you said, Wade got 10th. Stage number 2 complete, Morgan.
Well, how about it? 60 laps to go from Indianapolis. For those just joining us, 10 cautions, 5 lead changes. Stage 1 won by Anthony Marino Jr., who is now out of this race. Ashton Crowder just won stage number 2 ahead of Good, Hinson, Lewis, Brinkley, Hayes, Brown, Mertez, Marinko, and Wade.
So this entire field going to have the opportunity to see what they need to do for the strategy. A lot of people going to have some quicker stops here. Crowder, remember, 31 laps in the run, may drop a bit here.
This really feels to me like almost everyone's back on an even playing field as far as what you do in the final stage, because you can make this on one stop pretty easily, and there's a fairly large window as well. Remember that pit window that we talked about earlier, 36 to 39 laps on fuel. The 60 lap stage, that's a obviously pretty big gap that you can pit there and make it to the end. So I would expect to see varying strategies throughout the field.
So everyone lines up behind that pace car. We've had a high attrition rate out of the original 43 that attempted to qualify tonight or run this race. 39 took the start. We're down to about 25 still circulating here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And what has been a meat grinder for some in terms of keeping out of trouble is the 29 of Banky.
You went
Stop there.
He went for the wave around too quickly. Had to wait.
Okay. They'll all pit either way, except for a couple again. You're talking people
Wow.
18 laps of the run not pitting.
I mean, I can see why, because with the caution laps, you're still in the one stopper for Brinkley. Remember, 38 on the run, only 18 into it, 20 more laps gets you 40 to go, which is pretty much in that window. With the caution laps, it'll get a little bit better than that. So I understand that. I don't know if I love it, but this could be a race-winning move for especially Brinkley. But Marinko and Gillen are even better on fuel. They have 4 more laps. They should have a really good shot at this as long as things stay good for them on the racetrack. I like the call.
So the first out of the pit road, by the way, was Clayton Good over Crowder. Hayes, Hinson, Wade, Mertez, Brown, and White are the only drivers left from the pit road that didn't have lengthy repairs here. At least another dozen are still getting their cars fixed as a result of all the hits, and some still have not even fixed any of the damage, like the 10 here.
Yeah,
so
I think we've only got like 11 cars with no damage, maybe, left in this race.
Maybe less.
This is feeling very. What year was it that Eric Jones won that clash? 2020, somewhere in there, where that
last
car
one
was,
at Daytona.
That car was like was barrel bonded together, and still somehow won the race. Whatever year that was, that's what this race is kind of feeling like right now.
And all these drivers still.
Maybe.
Either way, it's been a long time. Let's put it that way.
Has been.
Here we go. Choose this time, and looks
Gotta
like a lot of people.
Gillen.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Did the 10 even try?
No, he didn't. Oh, man. That's tough. To the back.
He didn't even try.
No, he didn't. Goodness gracious. Well, I really liked his strategy, too. I thought he was in a good spot. I mean, I know he has damage. That's not going to help, but I mean, he was in a spot to maybe grab a good top 5 out of this should things work out for him. I'm a little worried for the 11, but I do like where the 1 is. As long as the damage is pretty heavy, though, on the right front. I think if that car was clean, I'd like it. I'd like the strategy a lot more. I mean, we've only got 10 cars in the pack right now also.
By the way, the answer to your question was 2020. Yes, it was.
It was 2020. Okay. There you go. And
that was originally a race supposed to be on the road course, too.
And notice, driver fighting for the top 10 in stage points, mopping heavy right front damage. You can see it right there. He is now a lap down after towing and repairing. First car a lap down.
He's going to need a caution to then get more damage repairs done. As we restart like this, Brinkley, Good, Marinko, Crowder, Hinson, Hayes, Mertez, Wade, Brown, and White.
Gillen has retired for the evening. That is why he missed the choose.
Dominic Rossi also got a choose violation, but yeah, this is to where you still have 56 to go, still 1 stop to make it to the end. Who's going to survive what's been a turbulent day here from the Brickyard? Green, green, green. Good start for Brinkley. Got a help from the fellow Toyota behind. And the inside line looking to try and get around Good.
Oh, Hinson's around.
Here we go again. Hinson, think kept it out of the wall, if not grazed it.
Got a little
We
bit of the
stay
wall.
green.
We're going to go see why the 39 went around. Right off of turn number 1. He's right in front of Michael Wade. Yeah, Wade got him on the exit. A little bit of contact, nothing major for the 39.
Yeah, that's not going to be an issue.
But the track position loss,
Let's
that's
try to
what
make
matters.
chaos. Caution is out. Drivers are slamming the
Oh,
wall.
my goodness.
Gillen still did not put it down the pit lane. He crashed with Chris Taylor.
Oh, Taylor's up in front of traffic. Oh, man. Foster just drove into him because the 21 didn't hold the brakes. Oh, my goodness.
He didn't, not only did he not hold the brakes, he pit the reverse.
Yeah, that's going to get, that'll be reviewed later, certainly.
Can you give a caution 3 strikes?
Well, that would be it if it was. Here's Gillen, who was, I think, actually behind this incident. See Taylor in front of him. Oh, Collier had a really bad turn 3. Oh, yeah, it's 3 wide with Hubbard and Collier. Taylor in the middle. 21 goes around. King gets through. Yeah, here's the reverse you're talking about. Threw it in reverse right in front. He only had 1 car to avoid, and he got him square. Another look here in the initial accident. Just 3 wide, Collier coming down. Hubbard goes up a little bit. Oh, the 03 got a pretty big piece of that too. Where did? Oh, and Gillen crashed trying to avoid the 03 coming down the racetrack.
Joyner absolutely decimated, I think you're referring to, yeah.
Yeah, and then boom. Oh, man. Big hit.
21 two-tail, unsafe rejoin.
Yeah, I could see that. This from the 03. No, this is Ullman. How about the 03?
Yeah. That would be the 3.
Yeah, let's try that again. Oh, we've lost him. Okay.
Yep, I think he has had a lot of damage. He's still racing.
Let's try this again here. Why can't I find him?
Oh, because Chandler Slayton was the 03. Latham Joyner was the 3.
Oh, the 3. Okay, I see. Now we got it. Let's try this again. Further back here. Get it eventually, folks.
Do.
Okay, JP. All right.
Someone was saying it. So, that being said, Joyner already had heavy damage. I think he kind of added extra seconds and he's out of the car.
Yeah, here's why. Oh yeah,
Yep.
look at the front end of that car.
Yeah, this is gonna be a long run here from here. 53 to go. We're already. At the very least, there's one bright side, Morgan. We're not gonna hit the time limit, I don't think. You still have 2.5 hours on that at least.
I don't really have words for that, JP, I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to feel about that one. Just under 60 laps to go. I think that was, what, caution number 11 of the night? Yes, 2 for stage, 9 for cause. You said the average was 13. We are encroaching that number rather quickly.
Yeah, and you see, choose. Inside is the way a lot of people want to go, especially in their Toyota, apparently. Look who's outside, though. Crowder got to move up a lot of spots here.
Sure did. He's got the freshest tires in the field as well. Sorry, some of. Dustin Lewis actually has the freshest tires in the field. Hinson. Lewis didn't take tires. So Hinson, after the spin, able to rebound back up into the top 10 already. This has a lot of parallels to Thursday night, actually. Remembering at the end of that race, the last lap of the race, I spun from 9th and finished 9th. So it kind of feels the same way here tonight, where even if you have a problem and your car doesn't get wrecked, you can still drive back up to the top 15 based on how many cars have massive damage and how many are lapped down out of the race.
And this entire field still has 25 running on the racetrack. Right now, we'll find out pretty soon how clean they're able to keep it. Again, your green light on fuel to remember, lap 40, or rather 40 to go. That's 12 laps from now. Coming to the green. Brinkley, Crowder, Marinko, followed by Hayes, Good, Brown, Wade, Mertez, White, Lewis inside your top 10.
It's been precarious, JP, I think is a good way to describe this race. So many damaged right fronts here. Look at the field catching up. So much damage all the way throughout this field.
Crowder tried to jump ahead, back on her way. Crowder avoided any trouble, it looks like, with the speed. In fact, he loses second from it, the one up to P2.
Yeah, not a great start from the 44. Oh, hard hit. That is Beckett Brown again testing rigidity of the safer barrier.
He's damaged the car again.
Yeah.
Here's more scattering. All sorts of drivers trying to get around Collier as quick as they can. Brown's also pretty low down the track.
Yeah, Brown, I think, is just going to bring it in here.
Here's my question. Is there so many times you can fix that right front before the right front says I'm not going to get fixed anymore?
I mean, there is damage that is unrepairable on this car. I also wonder if his crew chief is screaming at him, just bring it in. I'm tired of watching you hit stuff.
Yep, and as Brown peels down pit road, a few of these drivers just trying to see, can they calm down, make sure they don't burn up their stuff here, because you don't know if it's going to be a long run or a short one. Mertez building up the run on Michael Wade, now in the 6th spot.
This is about the calmest we've seen a run off a restart in quite a while. Mertez tries to make that pass, as you mentioned, on Wade.
Yep, there it goes.
Oh, that was not clear. Holy cow. Almost a repeat of that John Oben incident way earlier in the race that took out 8 cars.
Was able to at least adjust, though, and look at this. Lewis trying to help out the 0-2. Lewis saying, you know what, I'd like to go forward, too.
Goes Mertez.
Yep,
oh, loose for Wade.
Able to hold on to it.
3 wide for a moment. Lewis falls back behind him. Now Hinson to the inside of the 8 of Lewis.
Hinson still not clear. Does clear. And Lewis dropping back again. I think he took fuel only on his last pit stop.
He did. Matt a little further up. Right behind Crowder is Clayton Good, Marinko, and River Hayes has finally cracked the top 5. This has been a really quiet day for Hayes. He's been involved minorly in a number of these accidents just because he's been behind them, but able to cycle up near the front here. He's got the same tires as Crowder and Good, much better than Marinko, as well as your leader Brinkley. So, do you want to have anything for us the rest of the way?
Yeah, that's everyone's question here. You see the bumper to bumper to bumper. Wade amongst those pushing Lewis. Lewis checking up, checks up Wade. By the way, you see how they're carrying the speed here with a lot of 4th and 5th gears still being utilized. Zach White still showing some speed, is holding on to 10th. See them just up the road from that 77. And Zach, roller coaster of times, will still be potentially and likely with the way things are looking in the chase this season. It's been a roller coaster season for the 77, though.
Yeah, you can say that again. This is, if I'm not mistaken, you'll have to check the numbers on this. This is shaping up to be his banner day of the season.
He has one top 10 this year. One for the Gremlin Motorsports. And he's about to lose the top 10 right there to the 54 on the recovery.
Edgicari gets by. 10th spot. Remember, he was really the catalyst for that big accident that involved 15 or so cars down in turn 1 with the loose moment, as he's alongside the 1. Both these drivers also involved in that accident. A little contact up off of turn 1.
Yeah, here we go again. Good door-to-door battling. They able to keep it clean this time. The one's been bounced around will not like to trade paint, obviously, in this case, because we know how things went before with the 51. The 81 doesn't race like that. There goes Hayes, able to clear.
An easy clear. More River Hayes up to 4th now, his highest spot of the day. Brinkley starting to be under fire. Remember, tires significantly older. The last pit lap 30 laps ago for Brinkley, only 12 laps ago for Crowder and Good, and Hayes for that matter.
Right now, good battle going for the race lead, but it's about to change possibly. There goes Crowder with the run, looking to take it over again. Crowder, who pit under the last caution, past the 11, and take the lead, coming to 45 to go.
That's how you side draft.
Yep.
Now Brinkley falls into the clutches of Good. Will that dirty air hurt the 11 even more? Looks like it already has. Brinkley starting to get a little snug in the center. And Clayton Good continue to capitalize on what has been a great day for the 91.
Yeah, right now, Good just trying to wrap up what's been an up and down day at times, but you're right. He's been able to put up good laps. He's been up there with Crowder on fastest laps of the day. He's got speed. There's a good chance, depending on what happens here, he's able to keep the podium. But remember, those drivers that are hoping to go and flip the run of the stage, if you will, going to have to pit pretty soon, just inside the window. We're talking a difference of 20 laps between those. The 44 on tires going to be coming up here soon, and those the 11 by the time we cycle around as
near
Brinkley
contact.
Trying to block him.
That was tight. We're about 6 laps away from seeing the pit window open.
Obviously, Brinkley wants to make sure he doesn't lose as many spots as possible, because the higher up he is in the order, the better, and the better in the terms the interval compared to, say, Crowder, the better for when he pits.
Right. I'm not sure what that interval is here today, where you have to be within a certain number to stay on the lead lap. I think it's about 45 seconds, so obviously all these drivers in the lead lap are well good. It's closer to 30 seconds. All these drivers will be well good if you're on the lead lap pretty much to be able to stay within touch of the lead lap. These two have been going at it for the last few laps. This is for 10th. Wade and Gacheri. As White just getting a great view of this scrap.
A little bit of dancing around down the straightaway at least, but I think it's calming down a little bit, if you will. It's not like it was earlier where it's frantic, I think you could say. Hold on. 5 nearly lost it.
Drag race between a couple of cars destined for the junkyard. Taylor and Joyner. This is for 18th. Both in the lead lap still, mind you.
Yep. All these drivers back here are just saying, Can we get the franticness back so I can at least fix the car?
Or can we just throw the checkered now so we can get out of here?
Caution is out. Their wish is answered. And it involves the 29 and the 34.
You bet.
Now, John Ullman went for a ride here, and it wasn't a fun one.
'29 or 89? 89. Oh, boy. And then up into the 29. Oh, McCoy. Tough break. I don't think he hit anything, though. Oh, a little bit on the back end there, but I think McCoy actually avoided most of that damage.
I know he wasn't happy on the radio, though. He sounded defeated.
This car has been involved in a lot of incidents today. Let's see here. Look at the save. Big old slide. And nothing there. Just a little bit of contact. Almost got time-timed. A little bit of contact right there. Honestly, all in all, not bad. Just some track position lost for Benke. Let's have a better look at the actual incident itself with the 34. White on the outside. Got in the wall, and that really checked this whole thing up. Oh my goodness. Khan got hit. Honestly, not really much anyone could do here to avoid this.
Race control says domino effect.
Yeah.
So mostly, in fact, everybody is down pit road.
And you know what? If this caution would have came out 3 laps from now, everyone, I think, would be feeling pretty good about themselves. But we are in naturally, a little bit of a precarious situation on pit road. So we're going to be probably too short.
Probably a lap short,
yeah,
to be honest with you.
It's going to be a little bit tight here. Like drivers will be hoping for a caution, maybe some saving. This is maybe when you don't want to be the leader for, interestingly enough. Crowder will get that win off pit road.
Crowder holding back the 11 of Brinkley, who keeps the track position good. Mertez, a few others. I believe there might have been some 4Xs picked up as well. Can't confirm. The 0-2 is amongst those who picked it up because River Hayes went for his pit stop. Tried to drive to the 1, stacked on the 0-2, got hit by the 39, who also got hit by the 8, who also got hit by the 4.
Well, let's just have a look at it, JP.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of words you said there. Let's try again. You're talking Alpha Pit Road or onto pit road?
On into the pit stall.
Into the pit stall. Okay. One more time here. Here we go.
Yeah. Once. See them checking up behind the 1.
Well, the 1's to the inside. That's a problem already. That's at least probably an issue for the 1. Yeah, I mean, that's...
They all got 4Xs from that.
That's more on the 1 than on Hayes. I'm sure that'll get looked at in the post race. You can't impede someone from getting into their pit stall while you're rolling pit road. You gotta stay to the right side of pit lane. Surprised that wasn't talked about in the 15-minute long driver meeting.
They did give an EOL actually to Brody for that. And he is not allowed to choose either. River Hayes, as expected, one of those who will top off. Hinson as well.
That's a good move.
Oh,
that
and
ensures those guys to the end.
Race control might want to write this down. Gavin Hinson got the incident limit, I believe, from that too.
Yeah, it doesn't. They don't have to write it down. They got cleared. Interestingly enough.
Wow. I don't know. He might have passed by the 1. Yes, that might have been actually it, because the 1 slowed up and then grazed the 39.
There you go. I did see that coming into pit road. Yeah, this race is really starting to unravel for a lot of drivers. I see 3.5 minutes of repairs for Zachary King, who has not had the cleanest of Brickyard 400s today. Just seems to be involved in a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, I'd have to check the data here if they're on the exact incident count, obviously, because one of the major things is can't really see your opponent's incident rating for obvious reason.
That's right.
You don't want just someone to join the session watching as a spectator, tell that driver, hey, they're at 15x.
Right.
Touch them.
Right.
No. You know, it's common courtesy and logic.
Do you have that data, JP?
That I'm confirming. But I can tell you this. Some of the drivers you have to be thinking about that right now.
Yeah. There have been some heavy hitters tonight.
Yep, and as this all cycles through, gonna find out pretty soon just how these drivers go to save the fuel. Zachary King asking for an air yellow. He's right now one of those that has apparently 3.5 minutes of repairs.
Yeah.
We're backing our way up at the front.
Crowder, great jump. Battles on for second. Lewis tries to fight his way down to the bottom. No hole yet. Somehow got down there. Oh, the O2's around behind him.
Here we go again. And everybody
Somehow,
misses.
Nobody hit him. Unreal.
I think the air got taken off the spoiler from Michael Wade.
I think it was it Wade or was it Cherry? Oh, it was Wade. Yeah, it just got loose and then Wade disappeared. I think that's really what did it. That is an incredible avoidance. Was that? Who was that? That purple car. Was that Rossi? It was. It threw the grass too for Rossi.
Yep, he apologized for radio.
Check this out. What a great job of avoiding this accident.
Yep, smoke, dodge. And then, hello.
Well, avoided the first accident. Started the second one, but both those drivers somehow keep their cars pointed in the right direction. That is what? That's got to be 13, right? Sure is.
Yep.
Hit the number.
Still at 7 lead changes amongst 5 drivers. Crowder, Kelly, Brinkley, Royal Jr., and Hinson. 2 of those drivers are no longer in this race.
Out of the race, that's right. Stage 1 winner and the driver who led the opening 29 laps have found themselves in the garage for the remainder of the event. Wade pitting here? Yes, Wade Hubbard on pit road. Zach White, no. Collier thinking about it. We're good on fuel now. This caution confirms we can all make it to the end on fuel, so that's not a problem anymore. It's really now, do you want tires? Do you have tires left? We only had 9 to start. And Crowder's pit 5 times, Brinkley 4. Pretty much everyone else in the top 10 has pit at least 7 times.
Now this is now to where, for those who just came down, in a couple cases, yes, it's going to be good to your Eagles. But a lot of top bumps as we expect there. Make sure good to go on the gas. But it's going to be difficult to pass this 44 with him in the race lead. What do you do to try and move him, or not move him, get around him for the race lead?
Yeah, since it's not going to be, like, I doubt he comes back down pit road. I just feel like that car has been so good on long runs, really all season, that you're going to have to get a immense tire advantage on him and try and pass him that way. I don't know. Maybe you can get him on a restart, but he's also the control car. I don't really know what you do here. If you're the driver who starts behind him, you can influence it by not helping him in the corner. though that's going to lose you spots as well, so it doesn't seem like a great idea either. It's a tall task, obviously. That's why drivers haven't figured it out yet.
And I think the drivers are in a spot, obviously, where the thought is simple. Can they keep it out of trouble? We had Zach King and Munsters with the EO this caution flag, but we've had a lot of starters tonight. We're down to 24 left. This is around that threshold where we might see longer runs start to come into play. Remember, we talked about earlier.
We'll run out of cars to pretty much have cautions at this point in the race, so I would hope we see some long runs. Only got 35 laps left. Yeah, been a rough and tumble Indianapolis, to say the least. This is what you would expect at IRP, not really the big track. In fact, I think we had less cautions at IRP in both races than this one.
Yeah, I think so.
In fact, we might have even had less combined cautions on Wednesday and Thursday than this one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'd have to double check on the number, but I can tell you this. It was, and knowing Caswell Glass Company, it was tricky at times. We didn't have massive runs.
I blacked out for most of that race.
26 cautions. Yeah, that's a big difference.
There are 26 cautions in that race?
Yes.
Really?
It says 26 in the Caswell Glass Company Series race.
There's no way.
Doesn't feel like there
There's
was
no
26.
way there was 26. That can't be right. 26
That's
laps
according.
26 laps under caution or 26 cautions?
It's according to Sim Racer Hub, 26 cautions, but only 16 laps under caution. Something obviously bugged there.
That mathin', that's for sure.
Yeah, those statistics aren't statisticking.
Yeah, there is no way we had 26 yellows.
In 16 caution laps.
Yeah, no way. Maybe 6 cautions, I could see. I think Willard's got it for us. Race control.
Yeah, I think he's checking. 19 truck unofficial as per Sim
That
Racer
also
Hub.
seems really high.
Sim Racing Hub, he says, is always run on the yellows.
Yeah.
There's
no way that there were
I've seen
19 and 26. There's no way.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen a caution flag situation like that.
Anyway.
First time I've ever seen a bug for that, but
Goodness gracious.
we're at 35 to go. More importantly, we're back on our way. There's a car with yellow on it in the lead.
Sure is. Ashton Crowder easily going to get clear. And that is bad news for the rest of the field. Brinkley and Good fight for second. Not for long. Brinkley took the spot away, and they are still scrapping behind him. Look at this mess. 3 wide with Collier way on the outside. Oh, 4 wide. Collier's in the wall.
Here we go again in chaos. No spinnies, though. We stay green. Mertez to the back. Joyner getting through.
Oh, that was sketchy.
O2 says he's pitting. He's got a black flag. Black flag for the O2.
Got to be the incident limit for the O2.
All the leaders snake down the front. There goes the O2. Everybody going to have to be careful with the way they're snaking like this. Zach White is the one who gets shuffled to the back of it.
Again, 3 wide. Offset this time. About to be 3 wide for real. White didn't get as good of a run as I expected.
Yeah, right now, everybody trying to be the Pied Piper. You don't follow that line, you're going backwards, it feels like. As right now, Rossi is again in the top 10, believe it or not. By the way, the totals were 7 and 11 for Trucks and Caswell.
There you go. So we're encroaching on that combined total, but obviously not there yet. It's at the 13 right now. Instant. How about Reggie Kime running in the 6th position on speed? How about it? Time having a great day.
Yeah, can he take away what?
Well, there goes 3 spots.
He just let him go by with no attempt to try and defend. He got loose and let everybody go.
Now, sometimes you look up at the scoring pylon, you got to do a double take. Sherry's kind of the same way, considering that, remember, this 54 car was backwards and wrecked in turn 1. What was that, 70 laps ago? Maybe a little less than that, 50 laps ago maybe? And he's back up in the top 5. And we got a battle side by side for second. They're door banging each other nearly. Good and Brinkley. Drag race on the front stretch.
Yeah, Brinkley wants his second back.
Oh, so loose for good.
That wasn't great for the looseness, though. Able to stay stable.
Rossi has gone in the wrong direction because he's sliding sideways. Caution on the racetrack. I think King was involved as well.
We're back under caution.
There's Collier.
Yes, you're right. Collier, his teammate, joining on into the fun.
Well, there you go. Oh, that's not a good start.
Ricky Kime versus Michael Wade.
Yeah, I saw 3 wide for a moment. Oh, he just got loose. He got a little help maybe from Wade. Oh, and then it turned back right. He spun it to avoid going straight back into traffic. I would say that is the right move. That was a good idea for Rossi. Let's see it again, though. That was kind of a weird incident.
Yep. Push
yeah,
up.
Rossi slid up a little bit. Wade got right to the back bumper. That's pretty often we see Wade's car right behind the one who spins. I don't know why that is. That we see Collier just trying to slow down, gets a little loose. Loose for a slide. I swore I saw King. He was through the grass. What happened to Zachary?
Yeah, let's see. Running towards the rear end of the group. He's now 17th. Was checking up.
Looking at that blue and black 51 and oh, he blew a top. Oh, he went around. And then it just broke loose. Okay. You can tell how damaged that car is at a simple turn to the left. Made that thing almost go around. Not even at speed either.
Still held on to it, though.
Sure did.
And obviously, there's not a lot of laps on these tires to take a set.
Oh, boy.
But some are thinking about it. Nope.
No. 54 is going to get that connection figured out. I feel like if you're Wade on back, it's worth it in case we go green just to try it. I mean, what do you have to lose? You're already, where was Wade, outside the top 10? Like 12th? I mean, you're only going to fall back 10 spots at the worst, and most of those cars are damaged already.
So all this is while Crowder has led 51 laps now in this race tonight. Ashton is in a very comfortable spot. We're talking about just continuing to maintain pace up here. There's been a lot of battling for second, but every run so far since getting the lead, he's been able to get away from everyone.
Want to take a moment to chat with Clayton Good?
Why don't we?
Let's do it.
Clayton Good right now in the top 3. Working with Joshua Gillen here tonight. See about what he has to say. Yes, hello.
Hey. Hey guys, how's it going?
Doing good. How's your car?
Feeling pretty good. Got all the damage repaired after that first wreck. Made my way back up here somehow. So, just chilling, trying to run my race.
In your opinion, what do you need to do to be able to pass that 44?
Keep up with him, first of all. He's pretty quick, so I don't know if I can keep up. I don't know if I have the stuff to keep up with him, but I'm going to try my hardest to. But first I got to get around this 11 car.
So with that being said, what's the overall target here outside of obviously the win?
Hopefully at least aiming for a top 3. I've had top 3 pace all day, so if I can get a top 3, I'm happy with that.
Let you get back to your team. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, sir. Y'all have a good day.
Going good. Running top 3.
Choosing here, I believe, right?
Yep. And so They'll all get ready to choose. Inside, it looks like for at least 2 of the drivers. Let's see if that's the case. And we're spinning on the front straight away.
Oh, good. We will look at that. That's Joyner. Has gone for a ride.
I don't know how he managed to do that while trying to warm up the tires, but here we are.
Yeah, it's been a day to forget here for the now fixed number 3. Here we'll see it. Trying to get him nice and toasty, and oh man, he hit that wall a lot. Somehow he didn't kill the motor. Wow. That was a big hit.
So really, with 28 to go this time by, good. Chose the outside. Brinkley did stay to the inside. So 91 will look to try and get in front of this 11. He said that's the goal, in part. See if that goal is realized.
Should note with all these cautions, the 51 is back to fixed up. I believe the 7 is as well. A lot of drivers who are really struggling with damage, they are in the 3-2. They are back. Good to go, of course, the 3 with the nosing into the wall under the pace laps. Probably not what he was looking for after getting that thing fully fixed, but hey, that's his prerogative.
Definitely feels like it is like that. But as we get ready for the restart here, Crowder versus Good, Brinkley and Lewis, Chari versus Hinson, Hayes versus Hubbard, Marinko versus Kine.
Tires are basically equal across the field. Back to Wade. Sitting in 11th, the first driver on brand new tires.
It's not going to make the difference, though. We're back on our way.
Great jump for Good that time. They're even at the line. Oh, he's not clear. Wow.
Not clear, and now they all zip their way through. Near contact, there is contact.
Oh, around goes Hubbard in the 4. Sliding.
Caution.
And Billings got him. Zach White is in it. Oh, Zach White. That car's done now. Mopping. Oof.
Big oofs again.
Yes. So Hubbard here outside of Hayes. There's a little checkup in front of him. I think he got help. Yeah, he did. He got help from the 1. And everyone almost avoided it. Yeah, 77 and 14 with the 2 of Mertes. I think Mertes actually got away. Oh, wow. Moppin did a terrific job of not cleaning out the 0-2. Check this out.
Yep, right here is chaos.
Hubbard, I think, sped on pit road. Check this out. Here comes the 0-2 screaming across the field. And Moppin, nope, we're not doing that. Good work for the 66. There have been some really textbook cases of how to avoid an accident tonight. And I think that's something that has to be celebrated. There's also been some textbook how not to avoid an accident, but that's a whole nother story.
And indeed, another yellow flag situation.
15 of them so far.
Yeah, cautions, precautions again.
I mean, we got to run out of cars soon, right? Zach White's probably, that's going to be it for him, I would think, with the blown motor. He'll join a laundry list of drivers, which is longer than I really want to get into naming right now.
Yep, and you can see a couple of the drivers just pacing around. So they'll all still see Crowder stay out with the 29 trying to get around the pace car to the green.
Yeah, Benke getting a lap back on the lead lap. That will put 19 on the lead lap from what I see. Oh, no, sorry. That's Benke getting one of his 2 laps back. He's still a lap down. Hubbard would have been... Well, Hubbard technically would be the free pass car, but of course he was in the accident. He's only a lap down because of the accident. "25 laps to go, JP. I feel like we've been stuck around that 30 or 40 to go number for the last 20 or 30 minutes here.
Yeah, this is still going to be, if you're a part of this field, you have to survive. And this is part of the endurance, if you will, of a race like this. You're going to have to be able to expect some chaos in this type of action late, especially when there's money on the line.
That's right.
Right now, you have like the 54, for example, that's going to be very hungry to take some dollars. The 81, some of the others that are looking to make the charge.
The thing that surprises me the most about this race is we haven't really seen any of these accidents up in the top, 3 or 4. It's all been further back in the field. Drivers maybe a little over their heads, a little frustrated with each other. A lot of these accidents happen around that 10th spot and not up at the front where the money's at.
Yeah, and now, if you, at this point, just wanted to get the points on the board at least, kind of the thought has to be simple here too, as well on, do you want a points race or do you want to try and charge for the money as well maybe? With so many of the drivers up at the front, those not full-timers or some drivers who have not made all the races, there's a lot of thoughts to that too, with a couple races to go after this into the race towards the chase. Richmond's going to be a roller coaster.
Oh, there goes the 8. What a save.
How does that
Dustin
happen?
Lewis. He made a super aggressive move to go to the high side on the choose and just about paid for it. Oh, my goodness.
I was going to say, how do you do that on the choose?
Well, I've seen it in a lot of places in this next-gen car. This thing hates turning right. It just loads up on the left front, and then all of a sudden you go back to turn and it just won't. And it just spins out. It is such a weird car when the weight shifts to the right side of it. Unless it's set up obviously for a road course. It's a little different, but that's what happened to the 8 around. He almost went, but still going to hang out in 4th here on the choose. Just learned this is Michael Wade's home racetrack, sitting in 9th, so having a pretty good day at the home track. There's the VSPEED number 5.
Coming up to 24 to go.
Featuring better than real life 5 today, that's for sure. Larson not having a great day here in Indianapolis.
Yep, and as we continue on, we're down to running cars 22 for the upcoming restart. 24 to go. Crowder, Brinkley versus Good, Lewis, Chari versus Hinson, Hayes, Foster, Wade, and Kai. Now your top 10.
And Hubbard has parked it for the evening as well after receiving a penalty from that spin.
Okay. Zach White has still been on the tow truck as well for 6+ minutes.
Well, he blew the motor. That thing's done for sure. He hit that. He hit that inside wall head on.
And with this green flag, there goes Crowder. Good looking to take second. Hits a brick wall.
Oh, they're 3 wide behind him. Maupin did not get a good jump. Oh, there goes Gasheri again in front of the field.
Another slide in front of the pack. He spins it out. No caution. We stay green. Restart under review.
This time he didn't bring it back up in front of the field, which is good news. Good. He's got to the inside of the 11. Was for a moment. Looks to the outside. It's not quite there.
Right now, Good. Just trying to figure out a way just to get the second here with the way 40-40 Crowder is pulling away. Meanwhile, you see how things are going. Gillen is still running trying to battle it out with Rossi. This is 11th. Oh, some trouble back there with some drivers way down the track.
Rinko and Benke not thrilled with each other. Mopping in the wall again.
A little high up on the racetrack for the 66. But really speaking, still seeing how some of the others talk about Foster. Somehow that 09 has been put together several times with bubblegum in, I don't know, bungee cords.
And hopes and prayers. Unreal. Did this car not nose it into the outside wall on that Kasheri caution? And somehow is up here passing for 6th position over Dustin Lewis, who hasn't really been involved in anything tonight.
Yeah, one of those that took a normal stop 15 laps ago. There's a chance something might be done here for Foster. Maybe trying to at least get high up in the order to close out the night with the way things are shaping up.
And we talked about super subs at the start. Oh, we got a spin behind him. Michael Wade just got cleaned out by the 51. He's in front of the field. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness.
No caution. There it is.
There we go. All right. Yeah, he got help in a big way. He's up the racetrack, hits the wall a little bit, and then right here, King dives to the bottom, and Wade closes him off. I mean, we'll see from a higher angle here. That's probably more on Wade than it is on King. Either way, though, this thing took forever to save, and the field does a great job scattering. That could have been really, really bad. Let's see this from a higher angle.
Yep, right now the 5. Trying to recover some spots, but there's that 51 who starts about the wall contact.
Yeah, so that's a tough one.
That little kiss from the 51, or hit to the door at least. Now, obviously with them stopped at the track, had to be caution.
From driver's door. Just the wall a little bit right here. Into the inside. They make contact. That's a scary sight.
And so, under caution again.
Number 16.
20 to go.
We are getting pretty close to adding those two numbers together. That was 18.
And will some drivers take tires? It looks like there is some thought and a lot of baking down the pit road. It's Kane that leads them down.
Interesting. Hearing that leader Ashton Crowder received some sort of violation on the last restart, but we're not really sure what it was for the 44. Investigation being done.
Yes, and now, as all of them pit around some of those drivers like Keen and Co., it's going to get interesting here for the 44 situation, because depending on what happened here in the Crowder situation, this could be a race changer.
Yeah, it could be. And Crowder has led a good number of laps today, 60 of the 140 we've run so far. The 44 has been out front for. I believe that would make him the largest lap leader of the day. I'd have to imagine. Yeah, nervous moments here in the 44 camp.
There hasn't been any announcement yet, or any call yet, officially. But the 44, at the least, had it cleared previously amongst those off and away, so we'll find out if it gets reapplied.
This
So.
is curious, to say the least. This could change the entire complexion of this race. We talked, feels like 14 cautions ago, I think it was more like 3 cautions ago, about when we were talking about Clayton Good. What do you do to get around the 44? And of course that would change if it's no longer the 44 leading the way.
They did extend the caution to keep the review going, so they are still reviewing the situation.
Well, while they review, let's take a quick step aside here, JP. We've been at this for quite a while. It's been 3 hours. This stream has been up as they're working on the choose. We'll be back after this.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish! Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
GC Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Back here on VSPEED, Justin Prince alongside myself, Morgan Cook. The camera provided by the great Dougie Beard. We are choosed up and ready to go. Gonna get a quick word in with River Hayes before we go back racing. Under 20 laps to go.
Steve, he's with you.
River Hayes, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Sitting here in the top 5. How do you stay sane in a race like this?
It's difficult. It's been an eventful night for me. I haven't seen the front very much, so I'm hoping I stay here for the last 18 laps here.
What do you have to do to get up here and get some more spots before this one's over?
I'm going to need some guys to get stuck in some aero push, and I've been pretty good at keeping the car low all night, so I think if I could avoid the air, we'll stay up here.
All right, River, anything you want to say before we let you go back to Gavin Hinson and Waterforce Racing?
I appreciate you guys' patience tonight. That's all I got to say.
Yours as well, River. Thank you for your time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
You bet. Fifth
River
place
Hayes.
runner, River Hayes.
Yes, we're going to try and get a good restart, was about to say. Crowder, Good, Brinkley, Hinson, Hayes, your top 5.
Crowder's still up
Collier.
here, so clearly that black flag will not stand. Whatever the caution, whatever the reason was.
And yes, indeed, race control just confirmed he is in the clear.
Yeah.
Coming to the green, 17 laps to go. Good, looking for a good fire off on that outside line once again. Right now, Crowder looking to see if he can run away from the pack. Green flag is out, back it away. There goes Crowder. Another good jump in the 44. He's got a big jump, in fact.
rewind for a moment, thought better of it. Turn 2 has been really sketchy. Actually, turn 1, I should say, has been really sketchy on these restarts. Drivers able to get through at that time.
Foster with a little push. Right now, Foster trying to find a way to build up the run on Lewis for the top 5 meanwhile, as they all make their way through 3 and 4. Restart still in a review. Caution is out. Turn 3 involves the 10, it involves the 51 again.
And that's going to be incident limit for the 51. That'll going to be a black flag.
Michael Wade, meatball flag as well.
Oh,
Let's see.
Remember, these two had their incident on the last run. Oh, yeah, Wade just cleaned them out. And then Gillen into the side of the 51. Yeah, that's not a great look.
See this here from Wade. He was trying to get a run. We're already bumping a Bainey at least.
Oh, it just got tight. Yeah, you could see he had a lot of wheel in that thing. It just did not turn. It looked a lot worse than it from outside the car than it does from inside the car. Oh, man. That thing got wicked tight on the downshift.
And that push tight sees at least another 2 cars possibly decimated. One at least the tow truck. Caution on the 5.
Yeah, for sure. And then King, of course, with that black flag, he's going to have to serve. I think it's a pass-through under green as the penalty for human incident points. So that is not great.
Yeah, that is going to basically destroy the rest of his race here. Going to have to do that under green too.
Yeah, of course.
Unless race control clears it.
Yeah, I doubt it though. That they
I
would clear
mean,
it.
after if he was to try and serve it under caution. Either way.
Yeah, he can't serve it under caution. I know that for sure.
Yes.
It's got to be under green.
Yeah, he's going to come down at least for service regardless here. But Foster having issues here. Foster's ping did spike up to the 400s, so the 09 might have a technical issue pretty soon. He's got to make sure that doesn't spike again.
Yeah, hard to control the ISP. That's tough.
You can always move houses. That's what I usually do.
Always move houses. What?
No, seriously.
Yeah, I know, but that's just like it's wild that to escape certain ISPs, you have to literally move out of the county or out of the RM to be able to avoid them. That's wild. You're right, but it's just wild nonetheless. I mean, I grew up on 5 Mbps down. Played Rocket League with 900 ping. Might as well. I set the controller down and I just got shot all over the place. It was not a good time. So yeah, I understand. I feel that.
I mean, in my case, for the ping side, I'm not joking. I've literally moved places if the internet's that bad.
Yeah.
This was before the time when fiber was everywhere, of course.
Right.
If a certain company's download speed was told, oh, it's a max of 10 megabytes in the building.
Got to go somewhere else. Yeah, I'm with you.
Bye-bye, building.
Yeah,
Let's go to a new one.
I get you. Especially for what we do, internet speed, fairly important to bring you these shots here on VSPEED. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You've had plenty of time to do it. 3 hours and a quarter what we're encroaching on right now. Justin Prince, Morgan Cook with cameras by Dougie Beard. A tumultuous night here in Indianapolis.
Let's see how Crowder chooses. Apparently there was a fake last time that they were joking about on the radio. Crowder going right. Crowder going left. Crowder going to the left.
Yeah, you got him. To the bottom. Oh, boy. He shook up the whole field. You could tell they are shooketh right now.
Bottom of the racetrack for the 44. Good to the outside. Brinkley again to the inside. Hinson to the outside. He's back up there again.
Oh, this is going to the front. Oh, man. I can tell you from experience, JP, that when you're in races like this where you just can't get going and you're so close to the end, it is, like we talked about with River Hayes, it is exceptionally hard to stay sane in these situations, to just not let your mind wander, think about literally anything else when you just want to go to bed. I mean, a lot of these drivers, we're pushing past, we're almost at 11 o'clock for the East Coast right now. This race started, like we said, 3 hours ago, and it probably could have been done 30 minutes ago.
Yep, and here we go. 13 to go when we take the green. Crowder, Good, Brinkley, Hinson, Hayes, Lewis still in the top spots. Marinko followed by Foster, Mertez. Joyner, believe it or not, is in the top 10 again.
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier before the caution. That 3 car, it's not out of this thing yet. That Lowe's car, pretty good here in Indianapolis, historically.
Yes, indeed. There's a lot of conversation about a certain air driver that's known for driving the Lowe's machine today and a certain number.
Yeah.
But
not 3.
Definitely not the 3. Maybe in some other fantasy timeline that's up on YouTube these days, if you know what I'm talking about.
Maybe.
Either way.
Under 15 laps to go here, JP. We're starting to not stay sane up here.
You have no idea what I'm just referring to. But
No,
Crowder, he's hitting the gas. Back underway. Up to second goes Brinkley.
Point still stands. Files down to the bottom of the racetrack. It's off of turn number 1. Yes, we're 3 wide, though. Hayes did not get a good exit at all.
Yikes.
Oh,
Yikes.
boy. 2 wide and bouncing off each other further back.
It's getting very dicey. Marinko Alonso's getting moved back. Mertez able to jump ahead in the air group. Meanwhile, still draining paint for third. Hinson wants some money. He wants to get around the 91.
And he's got it. No, he doesn't quite have it. King doing his drive-through behind him.
Still Chippy on the radio. Push from Hayes. Hinson.
That's teamwork right there.
Getting some help, yes. And a wiggle for Hayes.
That thing was dead sideways, saved it. Hinson up the racetrack into Good's door. Top 2 are pulling away.
Got to find a way to clear the running. Here comes Joyner to join the fun. Good's got no help. Hayes working with Hinson tonight.
Hinson's got to be clear here. Yes, he is. Can he slide up in front of the 91? He's got it easily. 3 wide behind him.
Joyner jumping up to 4th position.
That's a 2-for-1 special.
Joyner's got 15 lap fresher tires than majority of the field. Is there going to be chances for him with 11 to go?
If he can get around Hinson, I think he's really got a chance here.
He's got to get it done fast, and right now, 2 car lanes gained up into the corner. Joyner got loose, though. Starting to get a little bit more difficult, but the caution is out.
Caution's
Turn
out.
2.
Oh, it's the 1 of Marinko.
And Marinko puts us under caution. Was battling with the 0-2 of Mertez.
Sherry as well, part of this one. There's the 1. I think he just got loose on his own. It looks like, yeah, he tried to avoid the 0-2 up in front of traffic. Oh, pretty hard hit to the front end. After all that time getting the car fixed.
2 fellow short track racers in real life, not happy with each other on the radio, let's put it that way. Those 2, next time they go to the racetrack, may have even harder words than words just on the sim. Here's the 1.
I don't know how you can, though, have upset words for that. I mean, that was very clearly zero intent. Just 0-2 got tight, got in the wall, and the 1 got in the back of him. That's just one of those situations.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
They are giving the caution to the 0-2 though.
That's wild. Yeah, that's a bad call. There's no way.
So Mertes has some commentary experience we talked about, but also known for his legend car racing experience in real life.
Does he perchance work for Pit Stop TV?
Actually, I've lost track on that. I know he's done stuff in the real world booth too.
I imagine you know why I say that. Pit Stop TV's all over the quarter panels of that car.
I have a feeling. Probably.
There it is.
Yep.
Sure
But hey, one of those that came here tonight to race.
Yeah, super sub.
He's been busy with the summer shootout, and of course tonight, now going to have to claw his way to have a chance at a top 10 finish alone, out of the money with under 10 laps to go.
Well, we have officially, JP, hit the Wednesday plus Thursday caution totals. We're there now. 18 yellows here tonight.
Do we go for 19?
Oh, well, it's definitely in the cards, I would say.
I think some people missed their reservation for St. Elmo's, by the way.
Yeah, I think, yeah. That's a tough reservation to get as well, especially during a Brickyard 400 week.
Can't confirm, it closed.
Oh.
At
no.
9.
No, they missed the reservation. Unreal.
They just had to have one of the quickest brickyards in the history of the event.
Hey, it was possible. I mean, the first, 30 laps of this race, were they not fairly clean and green? Then it's just kind of gone awry from that point. Got 19 on the lead lap. Collier, the first one a lap down. In fact, Collier might be the first one, or the last one running without a severely damaged race car. There's a 28. Still, pretty good day here, all things considered.
So, that being said, are there concerns about overtime for fuel?
Oh, man. I'm concerned about overtime, but it's not for fuel. I think short answer, not really, because of how many cautions we've had recently. Looking at the mileage, the drivers who are worst on fuel right now are your top two, Crowder and Brinkley, as well as Good and Lewis. There's 32 laps since they last pit. We know that you can go under green flag conditions up to 38. We've had, 4 or 5 cautions in this since they last pit. So I would say you could probably squeeze a good 2 to 3 green white checkers out of this over the scheduled distance. More than that, which I mean, if we go more than 2 or 3 green white checkers here tonight, we got bigger problems than fuel mileage. I would think that then you probably have to see drivers come down pit road, and then you would hand it over to drivers like Joyner, like Kasheri, who have much less time on this run, much more fuel in the tank.
So when we start, we'll have 7 laps to go for the Brickyard 400. Choose is Good, Crowder, Hinson, Brinkley inside the top 3. Joyner, Good down to the top 5 with Hayes, Lewis, Chari, followed by Foster and Banky.
Yeah. And this is, we have exceeded barn burner territory. You've been able to build the barn, burn it down, rebuild it, and burn it again in the time this race has taken. This has been really quite something, JP.
It's been, and some people have had very clean nights. Others have just had attrition build up and up and up, and have had to repair the car at least 3-4 times over tonight.
Yeah, big props to drivers like Joyner. In sitting in 5th right now, that car was destroyed twice. The 09 was destroyed at least once in Foster. Benke's been around a few times. Maupin's knocked down the wall a bunch. I mean, there's some drivers here, and Zachary King as well. That car, I believe, on the lead lap. Yeah, King's back on the lead lap after that drive-through. So King's been wrecked a few times. He's back in the race. So, I mean, big props to all those drivers sticking with it here in the Crown Jewel.
Here we go. We still have 21 drivers that have survived to this point. Pace car is already off. To the restart zone. Joyner gives a shot to Hinson on the restart.
Oh, Hinson got a good jump.
That's for the shot from the 3. Will that work for him, though? No, it's Crowder clear.
Almost 3 wide behind him. Joyner up to 4th. That 3's got a little speed in it late in this race. First car on fresh tires, as we talked about before. The caution. Look at the run he's got on Hinson.
Here we got into the fender of Hinson, in fact. Look at the move. Crowder trying to use the snake. Still side by side for second.
Oh, River Hayes almost got crossed up. Oh, good win to the outside. He missed the corners in the wall.
Good up in the wall. Keeps it straight. Hayes in the back of Joyner. They make it through. Hayes misses the bottom of the track. Coming up to 6 to go.
Yeah, drivers are really going for everything right now. Here comes Gacheri in the 54. He's got good behind him. This car's been loose out of 1 all night. Spun at least twice. Tight that time, but he got the pass done. Oh, and good being there kept it so that Hayes couldn't go back down to the bottom. Hayes hard in the wall with good.
Oh, slamming.
King around again. That's 19 on the night.
Caution is out again.
Yeah, Hayes got stuffed in the wall in a big way.
Let's see.
Yeah, good. Never gave him a chance. And then behind him, 3 wide. That's where the caution was, 51.
And 51 can't afford to touch a thing after that. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, Gillen got the wall a bunch. 09 got the wall a bunch. They went 3 wide. Lewis giving the 51 lots of room here. They hit the wall again, come down the racetrack, and King just gets collected. Not much 51 did wrong there, and then the 1 almost ended the 51's night.
It all puts us under caution with under 5 laps to go.
Yeah, we are rapidly approaching overtime. This will be, we might actually go to overtime here.
We might have a natural green white checkered. It depends here.
It's gonna be close. We might have 1 lap of overtime. We're gonna have to wait and see here. So if they extend a yellow, we will for sure be in overtime territory.
And from there, it would get interesting, to say the least, on who survives. So, let's see.
Well,
should be natural.
Yeah, there's no way you pit here if you're the top 5. There's no way.
Yep. And the first one down was Hayes from the contact.
Yeah,
Lewis as well.
He nailed the wall, so he had to pit. Hated for Hayes. I mean, looked like a good top 5 night going for the points leader. Not going to have a ton to show for it if this thing ends here. Too sweet.
No cause of caution given there, that caution.
Yeah, just a racing deal.
Yeah.
That time around.
Tell that to the incident element for Zach King, who it's been a interesting year. His incident count is now over 400 on the season for the 51.
Yeah. Where does that compare to other drivers, to give our viewers a bit of an idea?
Beckett Brown at 275, second highest. Gavin Hinson 270 in third. Reggie Kime 261 in fourth. John Ullman 248 in the top 5.
There you go.
So out of that,
150 higher than the next, essentially 130, something like that.
Before tonight, Brad Collier was one of 4 drivers with 0 incidents, but all of them had 1 start.
Gotcha.
So only Aaron Underhill, who made a top 10 appearance, Zach Millett, and Devin Lucan are the only drivers without a single incident point in any race this season.
Good for them. Good for them. That's tough to do. It really is.
They've only made one start apiece, though.
Still tough to do. I think if we look at the Casual Glass Series, my races with 0 incident points, I maybe have 2. Maybe. It's tough. It's tough out there.
Well, remember, that's including 4Xs and 2Xs, so
Right.
and 1Xs.
And 1Xs, of course, off tracks. Yeah.
Doesn't include 0Xs because 0 is not a number you can add.
0 is 0. Well, you can, just you get 0. Trust me.
I mean,
I'm a mathematician. Trust me.
No, you're a mathematician, you said.
Well, a little bit of everything. I wear many hats.
That being said, it is natural green white checker time because we're coming up to 3 to go, and we're going to choose Crowder to the outside, to the inside.
There you go.
And he'll do inside.
Bit of a dangle there.
And Gavin Henson will try the outside.
Well, we are, as you mentioned, this is a natural green-white checker. So, if we get another caution before the leader takes the white flag, we will go to overtime. 15 attempts at the green-white checker. And with the way tonight's gone, boy, we could use a lot of them.
So here we go. It's Crowder, Henson, Brinkley, followed by Churi, followed by Good, Joyner, Gillen, Foster, Maupin, Rossi. What's your top 10? And some of the drivers just are trying to give signals to 39. Hey, you should move up next to the 44.
Yeah. Yeah, he is a ways back.
Again, he's got to be bumper to bumper with Crowder here. Coming up to the restart, he can't be half a car length to the on the door. He can't be at the quarter panel.
Yeah, Crowder's not somebody that you can gain on in the restart zone. Like sometimes you can play games with a guy if you're second and try and time it where you're already have forward momentum as he launches so that you minimize the loss. Crowder's not someone you can play that game with. He'll make you look real silly if you do that. So you got to be even with him and hope that the guy behind you helps. And we know the 54 is going to launch as soon as possible on the outside, so this could get hairy real fast.
Here we go. Natural green-white checker to decide the Brickyard 400 in the Slim Chickens Cup Series. Henson's not lined up how he needs to be. He's got to get lined up. Crowder gets the jump from it. Brinkley also gets the run for second. Here comes Joyner in a triple car tandem. Foster on a quad tandem. Crowder already clear.
Outside lane was in shambles on that. Oh, there goes the 09er out in front of the field. That'll be a caution. There it is. Put it out. Oh, goodness. We got a parking lot down into Mertez DQ. Done for the day for the O2. Oh, my goodness. I think King was in it as well.
Oh boy,
Time's
we're back.
Gillen.
Somehow King is not a DQ.
How many incidents does he have? Do you know? I think 25 is the number. Goodness gracious, gentlemen.
There's drivers jumping up on the soapbox in the voice channel. Let's see what happened.
I think I just got loose again. Just the same problem we've seen a bunch of times here. Yeah, he just got loose. It never hooked up. Good got away from that. Gillen got a big piece of it. Maupin got a piece of it. Oh, and then, oh boy. I don't know what happened to King. He got help, I think, from the 81.
Yeah, not sure.
So Kime got hit from the ricochet from, I think it was Gillen. Watch that 10. An American flag car came down right there and got Kime. Let's see one more time here for King. I couldn't see who got him. I was looking at the the 10. I don't know if it was Hayes or if it was the 8. Look how far back, though, Lewis and Hayes came from. They're 4 rows behind King on the restart.
Yeah, I don't know about 3 wide, even in that spot.
51 got hit by the 8. Ooh, big hit. That's I don't know. I think that car's still running, but probably not well. Oh man. Yeah, this is.
Nope,
there
nope.
goes the 09 in pit road, and that's not helping anybody.
Zach King lucky he hit the brakes.
Yeah, and lucky the 10 hit the brakes too, and didn't hit him. Yeah, black flag for the 09 for illegal pit entry. That one makes sense.
If he touched him, I think Zach King's done.
What a race. That, I believe, brings us to a nice even 20 cautions on the night.
And we're in overtime, which means if we get to the white flag, it's a race to the checkered. If we get a caution, we'll keep going and going until we reach the unofficial limit. It's unlimited, which means
15.
Correct.
Yeah.
If we use 15,
values, yeah.
If we run out of, we'll run out of cars by 15.
I thought we'd run out of cars by 20 cautions, and I was wrong about that. So plenty of them are running. Yeah, this has been a tough one. It's been a black mark on the series for sure.
On the bright side, everyone gets to take their feelings and see how they take them at a short track at Richmond next week.
Richmond's next week, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I
thought it was later in the season.
It is the 29th race of the season.
All right.
Or 29th event.
There you go.
250 laps at Richmond, by the way.
Yeah.
Remember, at this point of the season, the races get longer and longer, too, as you come up to the Clome stage.
Yeah, we got a full-length Bristol race in not too long. Full-length Daytona race, obviously, in a few weeks. I think Darlington's full-length as well. I think that's it. I don't know if Homestead's full-length. I don't think it is. I think the final race is just a regular, whatever it is, 45, 50%-ish length.
And so, the story of the Brickyard 400 comes down to potentially a green-white checkered finish. But it's the question of which attempt. Crowder's led 81 laps tonight. He's led more than half the race. Brinkley, Joyner, Hinson in the top 4. Sherry in the top 5 over Good. Rossi, Marenko is back up there, battling for top 10 positions. You also have Banky and Lewis that have an opportunity to get a top 10 points day.
I think if we can get through turn 1, into 2 and out of 2, we'll be okay. It's really just been on these restarts. The car 3rd or 4th in line has had an exceptionally difficult time getting through the corner without spinning.
So as Chris Taylor continues to argue going side by side is okay for the Chews, it's not. We'll get ready to find out how 2 laps to go goes. Can they get to the white flag? Can they keep it clean for 2.5 miles to decide, can they get in the money? $100 for the winner, 50 for second. Remember, amongst those in the prize pool here tonight, you also have third going $30 and 3 random finishers for $10 on the draw. So let's see who survives here at Indy. Crowder looking to close out the deal in the Ford. The Toyota Brinkley on the outside. Green, green, green. Backing away. There goes Crowder. Good start for the GWC. Joyner to second. Can Joyner do something on the fresher rubber? He missed the
Good
corner.
just nailed the wall. And Good's
Here we
wrecking.
go.
The ace down on the apron. He made it.
Barely.
And Dustin Lewis, black flag.
And our driver hitting some incident marks. That all with Joyner hitting
That's
the wall.
this isn't going to end well.
Hinson alongside the 54. Jury trying to get clear contact once, coming up to the white flag.
More contact. Off of 4. They keep it straight. And the white flag is waving. One more time around the Brickyard 400.
Final time around, Crowder looks to close the deal. Brinkley looking for some luck. Joyner holding on for the top 3. Everyone about 5th on back, slapping the wall. As right now, that 44 looks to get another win in MRL competition.
The battle's on for 4th. Hinson, Gasheri, Marinko. Where'd the 1 come from?
He looks to pick up maybe a top 5 here. 1 takes a poke. Try and get around that 54. Side by side they work all well. Out of turn 4. Ashton Crowder. Once again, a winner in the MRL. He'll kiss the bricks at Indy. Four wins for car 44. Brinkley and Joyner amongst the top 3. And we made it to the end.
I wasn't sure if we were going to get here, but we finally finished this road trip. Over scheduled distance, 410 miles it took. As there goes Zachary King around in the background. What a race, JP.
It was definitely a race. And in the end, another win for Crowder. His 4th on the season since appearing in the series. Able to come up $100 richer with this speed in this pack tonight. Always watching along with some of the races at the Brickyard throughout the week. Let's see how he'll celebrate here today as he going to be close on the gas. Made it 45 laps at the end on the tank. There he goes. It's burnout time.
Yeah, clearly he's got enough. Yeah, race winner.
So Ashton Crowder.
Oh, he got on the bricks.
He's staying on the bricks.
Oh, no. Get your pitchforks, ladies and gentlemen.
I believe Carson Quaff already got some of that where they had to scrub the bricks, brick by brick.
Yeah, you sure did. I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't know that, actually, until Carson Quapple did. I feel like most of us didn't know that was a thing.
It's been a thing. People have done it before. It's just people remembered it was a thing this week.
I guess.
That being said, Crowder gets to celebrate and make his way to virtual victory lane over Brinkley and Joyner. We'll speak with them in a moment. Hinson, Jari amongst those in the top 5. Renko, good. Rossi, Hayes, Banky, your top 10.
Maupin comes home in 11th after gaining 22 spots. Zachary King in 12th. Foster will finish 13th. Reggie Kime in the 14th spot. Collier in 15th. Then Billings back in 16th with Gillen, Lewis, Taylor, and Mertez rounding out your top 20.
21st, John Ullman, Wade Hubbard amongst those many laps down with White and Brown. Kelly, Tucker, Burke, Yates, Marino Jr. in the top 30. In a rough one for some of them.
With Massey finishing in 31st, Goebel in 22nd, Powell, then Cochran in 33rd and 34th. Fiftner will finish in 35th spot, Wilson 36th. All these drivers involved in that incident with the front stretch there, the 34. Gulmete finishes in the 37th spot with Young in 38th. Barnes 39th. Your last driver to start the race was Slayton in the 40th position. Final drivers not to make the show, Sturdivant, Daly, and Lyons did not make the show.
So we've talked about the winner here tonight, but it's a trip to Sofa News Victory Lane, though. again for Ashton Crowder. He's on the way to virtual victory lane here. Ashton, you get a crown jewel and $100 richer. How's it feel to win at Indy?
Feels really good. Really tired though. Thought it was funny. Gosh, whenever we pitted that last time, I was not good on fuel, and by the end of the race, we had so many cautions. I was good by I think 8 gallons. So that kind of tells you how stage 3 went. But yeah, I mean it was a good race. It was a tough race. I feel really accomplished being as bad as I was at the start to kind of figure it out. Towards the middle there, that was really good. Honestly, I thought for a while that we were gonna be quote John Korlinski lapper trash, but we weren't. So that was a really good feeling to kind of rebound back from that. And we also got wins in all the Ryan Luza cars. So I don't know if this makes up for the one they took away from him at Indy a couple weeks ago, but if Ryan ever hears about this, which he definitely won't, this one's for you, bud.
So obviously it was a race where it wasn't as simple as, hey, it's domination station. You had to work for it at least to get up here by the third stage.
Mhm.
Talks through the efforts to try and find your way up to the point at a track where it's been difficult to pass.
Yeah, honestly, majority of that, there wasn't too much that I could personally do. Tried to kind of flip like the midway points of the stages, try to put myself in a better position tire-wise, and I mean, it just never worked. So, yeah, it was really tough. I mean, to be honest with you, you had to get really lucky with guys in front of you making mistakes. So yeah, I mean that made it a little unfun, to be honest, but it looked very close to what happened today in the real world race. So, there were a couple times I was like, man, this is probably a bit too close to reality for what we got going on. But yeah, but the best I could do is just do the strategy calls that Brennan Poole's lead engineer Justin Slawball was giving me. We had him on the box tonight. That was pretty cool. And just try to execute, and yeah, I'm probably making no sense, but it's been like 4 hours and that was a long stage 3.
By the way, it's worth noting that too.
Yeah.
Not to poke the bear, but you did burn out of the bricks, by the way.
That was the whole point of that burnout, actually. Yeah, was to put it on the bricks because they get so mad about it in real life. I was like, well, my boy Tristan Brunelli, he said, say something funny in your interview. And I was like, I'm not going to go into these interviews and be a total jerk and have something, quote, funny to say, but I have something funny to do. And it's do a burnout on the bricks. So, I'm glad I can do that, and then it resets after we all leave the session. Isn't that amazing? They don't have to scrub it. It's really cool.
On that note, any shout-outs you like to give?
Yeah. Black's Island, Midas, Clark, CW Sons, everybody that helps make this happen, the whole 44 group, Alpha Prime and them. Especially Justin tonight. Like I said, he was on the box, and he was talking to me at the start of the race, and he was like, "Brother, you might be washed," and I was like, "I think I might be, right?" And but no, he just kept joking around with me the whole first stage, and got me back going where I needed to go, and had everything right, and that made the race really easy for me. So huge shout out to him, and then my family, of course, my girlfriend, the list of people, mom more than likely, and then grandparents, and then you guys for putting on the broadcast. Our boy, well, both of y'all actually, I think back-to-back full-length races.
Yeah,
right?
Three-peat for JP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, three-peat, man. That's awesome. That's yeah, I don't envy that at all. And I said, whenever it was, I guess on Thursday, that I think you're extremely hardworking, and that just kind of proves that. So that's really cool. But everybody in the league as well. We had some really clean racing. I want to say that. We had some really clean racing up there in the front, and it seemed like most of the issues were towards the back, which you could say, wow, that is horrible. But unfortunately, that's just how racing goes because the air is really bad back there, and everybody's having to try even harder to keep these things going straight. So as much as you could point the finger at people, I think that's just kind of how it is. But it was a really great one. Glad to be able to participate, and I now have around $300 to use on golf and food. So this is really awesome for me, and I want to thank Brandon for being able to make that possible, and all the partners in the league that do that as well. So, yeah, shout out to all of them.
Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Ashton Crowder coming away with the win tonight in the top prize number. Second spot tonight, Jordan Brinkley, I believe, is in second. I believe is with Morgan.
Yeah, Jordan, Morgan, and JP up in the booth. You got a copy.
I got you.
All right. Well, this was certainly one of the races of all time, but you found this 11 car up in the top 10 for the vast majority of the event. What was your take on the racing here tonight?
I felt like it was pretty good up front. There was a lot of side-by-side racing. None of us really seemed to kill each other except for that one wreck that was up front. That was pretty big, but luckily we missed that one. But other than that, like Ashton and Brody when he was up front and Latham, a few of those guys, we raced pretty good.
So how difficult did you find this one? I mean, you weren't always up in the top two. You had to fight from a little ways back at times in this one. I don't know if you actually were involved in any accidents tonight. You'll have to refresh me on that one. There were so many situations this evening, but how difficult did you find it to just work through the slog that was the end of this race and even the middle parts of this race where we just couldn't really get it going?
Yeah, that was hard. That's the only thing I got worried about is not being able to go green and then like something small happening on a restart and you get free and you lose 4 or 5 spots, and then another yellow comes out and then you're kind of back in the pack, then wrecks happen. So biggest thing is just limiting your mistakes, not trying to do anything crazy and just taking what it gives you.
And a bit of a technical question for you. We saw a lot of accidents, I think at least 5 or 6 of those happen on a restart out of turn 1. Driver getting loose on the bottom ended up spinning into traffic or down into the grass. Do you have any insight as to maybe why that was, what you guys are feeling behind the wheel at that point in time of the run?
I don't know how to explain it best. I think the biggest thing is like this car is very hard to feel when you're loose until it's over that edge. And when the setup is like it is, like it's kind of tight getting in, whenever you get on the exit of the corner, it just kind of falls over that edge. And by the time you feel it, it's kind of too late.
All right, well, that's a pretty succinct answer. Thanks for that sort of insight. And while we have you up here, who do you want to thank and who do you want to shout out for a solid second place run here in the Brickyard 400?
I want to shout out my spotter, McGee, and JHCD Wraps for the wraps and keeping me looking good.
Well, there you go. From Sofa News Victory Lane, second step of the podium occupied by Jordan Brinkley. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Brinkley coming away in second spot here tonight. The top 3 joined by Latham Joyner. And I believe I've got Latham here. Latham, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
It was a roller coaster from you tonight. How would you describe your trip on the roller coaster that was the Brickyard 400?
Yeah, it was fun. You know, ran an NIS on Thursday and won. I think I was in third split or whatever for fixed. So I had 160 laps worth of practice, and then went and raced in real life and came back and wrecked on lap 80. Came back and finished third. So not too bad with 8 minutes of damage.
What was kind of the emotional feelings after that wreck back then to then have to glue the car back together at least 3 times tonight?
Yeah, don't put yourself in bad situations, and I put myself in one, so that's kind of what we get, right? So regret, obviously pitting, could have stayed out, avoided some trouble, and maybe had more fun up front, but obviously we had a bunch of yellow, so it obviously helped me out.
So with that being said here, after this one, do you plan to run any more Mystic Racing League races after tonight?
Yeah, I'll be around for whichever ones I can run. I only get 2 Sundays off a month, so whenever I am off and obviously I'm available, I will be here to run because I think it's a pretty good group. Even though we didn't put on a good showing tonight with all the yellows, I do think it is a pretty good group and a good car count as well.
By the way, this series normally runs on Fridays.
Yeah, normally.
Oh, Fridays? Okay.
Okay, then. On that note, any shout-outs you'd like to give here tonight?
Yeah, I want to shout out my team, Elite Cuts by Josh Evans Racing. That helps me out with everything I do in real life. Excalibur Racing Engines, and then everybody from BHR obviously helping me out tonight between Blaze and Brody Marinko as well. So, yep, that's everything. Appreciate y'all broadcasting.
Congratulations on the podium here tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Latham Joyner coming away in the top 3. I like to think the top 3 for speaking was during post-race coverage here on VSPEED. Morgan, your final thoughts on this crown jewel where we went the full distance and then some. Tonight, Crowder once again getting a victory. He mentioned it. He's won a lot of money as of late in this series, especially with some of the big events.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, this is a crown jewel. It didn't really feel like a crown jewel tonight, I'll be totally honest with you, JP, but glad that some drivers enjoyed themselves, certainly. Mystic Racing League here, the Slim Chickens Cup Series from Indianapolis. The Brickyard 400 turned 410. A lot more attrition than I expected tonight, and I think drivers will be glad to move on to a bit of a shorter race next time out before we get full length again at Daytona.
It's going to get interesting when we go to Richmond next time out. We should have an interesting night there. Richmond is set to be on the docket to end off the month of July on the 31st, so we are back on Friday. Coverage starts approximately about 8-ish Eastern time here on VSPEED. On that note, it's time to say goodbye for tonight's coverage. I'd like to thank you for tuning in for tonight's coverage of the Slim Chickens Cup Series here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. For a colleague in the booth, Morgan Cook, for our camera producer, Dougie Beard, I'm Justin Prince saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You've been watching tonight's coverage of Mystic Racing League and the Brickyard 400. Congratulations to Ashton Crowder, your winner from Speedway, Indiana.